should be all set. But yeah, Kudo as quartermaster. Ria is on scribe today, and we have Clank as the previous scribe.
Yes.
So could you give us a recap of last time?
For sure. So last session we started right after we had returned to Lady Dianar's little hideout area. We talked with her a bunch. We learned that Lady Dianara is not a fan of the Night Wolf. The Night Wolf was a ruthless crime lord. Before the city's descent, he killed Lady Dianara's cousin, and he's not to be trusted. And after that conversation, we went and tried to rest. Ophelia created a little bit of a problem by spitting on the floor to let Lady Dianara know her displeasure in working with the undead. Rhea spent the night in Lady Dianara's quarters. And then we rested for the night. We leveled up. The next morning, we decided that we were going to go into the sewers that we were in the day before and kind of explore those more. As we were leaving, Kudo asked about the island or something about the island on the lake, and apparently the undead cannot see what's going on over there, so that must be something interesting. We head back to the sewers to further explore, hiding under Ria's Cast Without Trace spell. When we get to the sewers, we decide that we're going to head north up a hallway rather than continue exploring to the south. We go up that hallway to the north, open the doors to a giant, almost a dinner hall or hallway or something, giant hallway. And before we step in, bones start moving, and a bone dragon golem emerges from a pile of bones in there, and we spend some time defeating it. We go to the end of the hallway to a door, and open that door and kind of explore that way for a minute or two to realize that it's just another set of sewers that doesn't really go anywhere. Decide to turn back, go back into the giant hallway where we search around and look around the piles of bones a little bit more and come across a magic list or a magical item. I believe Kudo picked that up, and we continue looking around more. We come across another bone dragon golem, and this one presents a little more difficulty in taking out, but eventually we take it out. We finish searching the area. At the end of the day, we found 3 other potions and a tattoo needle. I think that's about where we ended.
All right. Thank you for that recap. One thing I'll say, you don't know for certain there's nothing beyond the dragon bone golem layers. So you might want to add a quest to explore the northern sewers, because you didn't actually go over there.
Cool.
But yeah, there could be something.
We turned back because we had a spell up and wanted to take full advantage of that spell.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so it is the 57th of fall at 10:20. Still pretty early in the day. What do you all want to do?
Can we find somewhere to take a short rest?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I don't know if we have any safe places. Or know of any.
I think, while crawling through these dungeons, we're just going to have to try to secure our space as best as we can. In this room, Lou, are there any other doors and stuff like that? Or is it just like one solid room except for the door all the way to the east and the door over here?
Yeah, as far as you can tell, the only ways out of this large corridor, which you're not sure what the purpose of was, is, as you said, the way you came in and the one that leads to the sewers.
Okay. Perhaps we can secure ourselves in this corner of the room.
Okay.
I like that plan.
All right.
I can't. We can use my rope trick if we want to make sure we are secure. But
That works too.
I've used a lot of energy.
Ooh. Perhaps I am. Who of us are not too hurt?
I am not too hurt.
Yeah.
I can stand watch.
No, I think. Well, if you need to rest, rest. But I don't think a rope trick is necessary. If several of us are, if we were interrupted, we should be okay as long as you stay away from the front.
Cool. Yeah,
And
sounds good to
I
me.
will say also, we have 10 minutes, Clank, for Emboldening Bond and Spirit Guardians if we so wish to take advantage of the spell again.
Cool. Where do we want to go then? Do we want to?
We still have
Right
to
here.
the south and east to explore.
Oh, isn't Clank pretty hurt? He was down, or do I misremember?
Hope you do remember. Correct.
I just re-bandaged you. There's
Oh, sweet.
check the chat.
Thank you. Okay, I'm feeling much better. If we do want to,
Can you guys whisper me medicine checks as Ophelia does or health as Ophelia does like a glance over everybody, seeing how wounded they are?
Do your assess.
Your medicine checking us all? I'll whisper you.
Yeah, I figure kind of like as we're going to be walking, I do want to kind of assess everyone.
I do think we should rest, though. No.
I'd be up for resting. It would restore my totem.
Indeed.
Do we take advantage of Emboldening Bond and Spirit Guardians, or do we rest? Is the question.
I don't know how we take advantage of those.
We continue searching for 10 minutes while they're out.
Now that Ria's healed me, I'm feeling able to do that, but
I go around and touch
Kudo,
everyone
you
real
see-
quick as we're kind of walking.
Why can't I whisper you? It is not coming up like with you as an option.
Very well, Ophelia. If you wish to
Mysterious.
push on, let us push on.
I guess, who is it? Clank's the
Figure-
leader? I guess Clank would make the call.
Yeah. Somebody make the call. I'm not.
Yeah. Kudo, are you able to push on, or do you have to recharge your powers?
I am always ready to push on.
Cool.
I
Then
was
let's
just
push on
worried
real
about. Okay.
I forgot how good this party is at.
Pushing on. Alright, so the group is going to go for now, trying to take advantage of
Do
the
we want to
ongoing
take 1 minute?
spells.
So
Do
that
we
ball
wanna
of
take
peace
one
gives
minute?
us.
Go
That ball
ahead.
of peace gives us that much HP.
Yeah, so she just balm a piece to
Correct.
Gotcha.
So whatever's next to your name is how much HP you get.
That's pretty crazy.
There's a lot of healing in this party.
Yeah. Do we want to take 1 minute just to collect this essence, or did we already do?
We already
I
collected.
thought we did.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Yeah. Let's push on at least for this 10 minutes, and then we can reassess.
Alright, what's
To
that
the
next
south?
to you, Clank?
That is my homunculus servant.
Oh, you're homunculus, okay.
It's a quail. Quails can fly.
Did you name it Dan?
Oh.
Oh,
I was trying to figure out
jeez.
what a good name would be. Thank you. His new name
Could
is
we
Dan.
go
I thought it was
through?
going to be Quail
Is there
from
a door
Trinity.
here?
Yeah.
Sorry, what
Should
did
we
you
try
say?
to unlock it?
Yeah, there is a door. Or wait, what did you say, Kudo?
Yeah, I was asking, is there a door here? It's hard to see the doors unless I'm not. The map is weird for me. But I can't see doors.
There's
very easily.
only. This is an older map. I haven't redone the doors. There is the only door here is the one that you opened already. But I'll try to let you know with the descriptions if there are doors. There's a door here at the end of the hallway where the pipe goes to. And the hallway also heads south.
Mind if I listen to the door to see if I can hear anything?
I will also join that.
Alright, if you listen at the door, I guess if you want, you can make some active perceptions here. It just sounds...
Plus emboldening bond.
Boldening bond? Oh. So 21. Yeah, you don't really hear anything coming from the other side. Sounds quiet.
I
Too quiet.
share that I am comfortable going through in.
Cool. Open it.
Okay, let's go.
Checking for traps.
Alright, so the door opens.
Kudo runs away.
I was like, we checking for
Sorry,
back
no!
up. So you didn't notice any traps with your passive. So the double door opens inward, revealing a room with several old corpses lying about.
I immediately check these corpses to see if they are alive or undead, I mean.
Animated.
How would you know that? Or are you just gonna kind of walk up and take a look at them?
I am religious. I would know.
Decapitate them. It's the easiest way
I
to
feel
deal
like
with it.
my time working for the
Honestly.
church and doing burial rites would give me knowledge of the difference between an undead.
Does it look like they were imprisoned here and died?
No, it doesn't look like they were prisoners. It looks like they had just kind of fallen here.
Kudo likes that narrative, though. He'll go with that.
I think I see something in the far bottom corner.
You see some rocks, and you also see across the room there's another door. This doesn't really look like a prison. There's a couple of large support structures in this room, and there are doors, like I said, to the east, and you see one south, which connects to a familiar area.
Are there any bags or packs with these people?
Or do we see anything on them?
Or the remnants of?
Or is it just bone?
So you go to examine them, when suddenly a bunch of ghostly figures rise from the bones. I need initiative rolls.
Do we have emboldening bond on us or no?
Yes.
Ah,
So you get that extra for initiative.
So these appear to
Okay.
be similar creatures to the sword wraiths that you encountered with Dainara, but these don't seem friendly, as they draw weapons rising from the bones. But the first act...
Only somebody saw this coming!
Oh no, hang on.
I don't see the initiative tracker.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, neither do I.
my API needs to be reset really quick. Morning one is working.
Oh, looks like we gotta re-roll initiatives.
No,
No,
it'll still record it.
no.
It should still be recorded. It
I don't
just
think so.
quiet.
Yeah, I need to
Gotta be
modify
careful,
mine.
he's gonna start throwing out those warnings again.
I have a button to roll for all the enemies, and once I press it, then it displays the initiatives, but that's why it wasn't displaying them. Alright, so let's try that again. Phew, there we go. So the first to act is everyone's on there, I assume.
And
I
I've
need to
updated.
adjust a few.
Let's see. The first
Alright, I'm
act
good.
is going to be Riala. So Riala, what are you going to do?
So she's like peering at the bones, and this thing pops out and startles her, and she just like reacts big.
Oh shit!
What the?
Yeah. Am I able to do that without getting clank?
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work. So you are
That's
casting.
Kudo, but yeah.
This one is this is right.
All right, so you kind of step back, startled, dropping a big old ice storm on these things. So they have to make dex saves. The first one. Oh, these things aren't whispering. But I believe 16 would make it. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beats it.
So he would make it, but he does take half damage, which would be 12. All right. Oh wait, 20 is cold, so that's halved as well. So he would take 7 because they are. Oh, actually, before I say that, let me double check. Oh no, they're not like normal wraiths. All right, so no, he would take 12. Crazy. Normally,
And then I'm
Vikings to
gonna
adjust
use-
initiative.
And then I'm gonna use my. Oh wait, I can't do this because I just.
normally
cast that spell.
insubstantial or elemental resistant. Or a lot of them are anyway. I guess these guys are not.
And are they carrying like weapons?
Yes, so they kind of draw spectral weapons, just like the other ones you saw. So the first one, sorry, I have to get back to rolling. The first one makes it. The second one, dex save, will fail it. So that one takes 24. And that one looks wounded. And the third one attempts a save. Dex save. That one made it, so it would take the 12.
No. Oh, yeah, 12. Thought you said 7 before. But I realized you were not doing the thing.
Yeah, they are not cold resist, as I thought. All right. Anything else, Riala?
I think that's all.
All right, so your turn is ending. Radu.
Actually, Clank was asking if the reordering could be done since he had the emboldening bond but didn't get it changed.
All right, Clank.
Thank you. The dude in front of me, I'm going to hit with them. Try to hit with the gauntlets.
All right, so you go after that one as he rises up. 12 will miss. As he dodges back, avoiding the hit.
Cool. Then I'm going to attempt the second strike. Oh, geez.
Oh, apparently you were jump scared. You're just swinging like crazy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Bonus action, I'll command my homunculus servant to disengage and fly away.
Okay. So the homunculus servant is flying away, and he goes after you, right?
Immediately, yes.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead and have him go. Oh, wait. Did you move away?
I didn't.
Okay, it was just him. All right, so your turn is ending. The servant is going to go and fly away with a disengage. Radu.
I'm
Gobi now? Gobi?
I'm
How do you sing it?
Your,
Sing the songs your
your
daddy
mic-
knows.
your
baby.
mic's on.
Matt. Your mic.
Mic's on. Go ahead, Radu.
Gonna go over here, step up to that one right there,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna use Emboldening Bond with this attack.
All right. So 16 will actually miss. This one seems better armor than the others. He
And then-
says invaders of Isik will be killed on sight.
Invaders, we're here to help. It's been overrun by squid-faced undead.
Give me a. Well, are you gonna do another attack?
Yeah, I'm still attacking.
We're here to help. Rah, die!
Just do it now at flank, yeah.
Help end you.
Yeah. Don't you attack me! All right, yeah, 25 will connect on the second hit, slamming him
And
with
it's a
your magical weapon, right?
weapon. Yep.
Seems to catch him off guard. He was not expecting a magical weapon. He seems very unhappy with you. Anything else?
No, I did what I wanted to do, get him aimed at me instead of her.
All right. So that is Radu's turn ending. The Sword Wraith Warrior is in the snow. It's going to go 10, 20, 30. Oh, wait. He can actually...
Does he fly?
Does he fly? No, it doesn't say he does, so I guess he would be hampered by the terrain. And he is going to come at you, Kudo, drawing his battle axe.
He will take a whopping 7 damage.
Wait, why is he taking damage?
My
Oh, you
aura
got
is
your
still up.
aura up, you son of a bitch. Alright, so he has to wisdom save. I couldn't see it.
And see, I never see the aura. It's on the Twitch stream, but when I've watched the Twitch stream, but I never actually see it.
I don't see it.
Yeah, it's not showing up on
No,
Ah,
it's not there. Now you see it.
There we go.
Alright, so he gets a 15. What's the DC?
17, that fails.
Alright, so he takes 7. And you get insight, they have a bad wisdom save. Or poor wisdom save. Alright, so he would go for Ophelia, but can't get to her, so he's just gonna go for Kudo. Swinging with the battle axe, first attack, 16 just misses as Kudo dodges. He is going to enact Martial Fury, recklessly throwing himself at you, Kudo, for a second attack. Which 17, I believe, just hits you.
Yeah, too bad I didn't attune to that cloak.
Alright, so
Cast
you get 7 slashing damage. And this
Shield.
guy...
Oh, I cast.
Oh, shield. Okay. So you react and throw up a shield blocking the attack. And this guy is now offering advantage on any attacks against him for being for using that ability. That's it for him. The commander is going to turn towards Radu. Did you rage, Radu?
Nope.
Okay. So he is going to pull out
Damage
his
first.
horn.
Oh,
All
no.
right.
No
Wisdom
horns.
save. 16 would just fail. So he takes 24. He pulls his horn out and blows it. Brr-brr. And yells, Isik requires your service. As 5 more sword wraiths appear.
Are these not Rhaenyra sword wraiths, right?
Correct.
You're not sure, but they don't seem like they are.
Oh,
Mm.
1, 2. Oh. It's gonna give me this bug. Hang on. 1, 2, 3,
You can have him show up in the snow.
Well, 4 and 5. I need to initiative those guys. 2.
Oh, what a coincidence! They're right outside of my aura.
Well, yeah, he chooses where to summon them. He's not going to summon them in your aura.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Touche.
I didn't know that.
Right here.
Alright, so that is going to be it for him, because that was his action to summon these guys.
Is he injured at all from the 24 on
captain?
my attack?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's injured, sorry. He is taken, he's not wounded, but he is
Thank you.
injured.
Yeah.
Now this guy rolled a higher initiative than the current, so he's going to go for Clank. He's actually going to go into the aura. So he has to make a wisdom save. Which he will fail, taking 11.
Alright.
And he's going to attack Clank with flank. Flank the Clank. 22 just hits.
Cool. I think. Yeah, I am going to use a reaction and try to blind him.
Alright, so you would take the hit for 10
Yeah.
slashing, and he has to make a con save. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he would make it. And you think they have a pretty good con.
Okay.
Or at least a decent one. He is going to do a second attack with his Martial Fury. Another 22. Just barely. That flank paid off. So that would strike you for 11 slashing. And that is going to be it for him. And he is also offering advantage now. Alright, let me just make sure none of the others rolled over. Oh, this guy... No, he went already. Okay. So the others are in the correct order. So the commander, went. Kudo.
Oh, well, what are these guys wearing? Are they wearing stuff that's similar to the? They look like
they're wearing
sword race.
they're wearing insignias of the Queen, Dinara, or at least her family,
Okay.
the Veldi.
Udo will bow his head. I think this is all a mistake. We are allied with Queen Dianara. Please hold your blades. We mean no harm if you protect this place. You're protectors of Isik.
Give me a persuasion with advantage. Uh, 20. Okay. So the captain seems surprised. He says, "How do you know her name?" He will say,
I'm good friends with Her Majesty.
"Cease your attack, then." And Kudo, are you doing anything else for your turn? He says, "Men,
just
hold
dodge.
your arms." And you take the
I just
dodge
dodge.
action. Unfortunately, Ophelia's Circle of Doom is still burning them.
Release the aura. I'll call out to her.
Oh, curious what Ophelia does here.
Is Ophelia even here?
I am here. I'm sorry.
she's thinking.
This is really tough. I'm sorry. Yeah, I need a moment to think about this, guys.
Murder hobo or
Well, she has character reasons why she
Wants to murder.
wants to murder the undead.
Yeah.
But
This
they
is like
do
a
seem
actually
to
pretty tough
be
decision right now.
lowering. Well, they're like on guard, but they seem to cease the attacks. So yeah, what does Ophelia do?
Okay.
Yeah, Kudo just did.
Okay.
And we might be stopping. Yeah.
Okay. Um. Oh God. Okay. I shout out.
Well,
I
they're
will not be
wearing
taken
the
advantage of.
they're wearing the Aveldi signature, which is the Queen's family insignia. Sorry. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I am going to shout out and say we will not be taken advantage of. Any that do not flee, I will be willing to talk after that, but I am not comfortable being surrounded as I cast Turn Undead.
Oh, all right. I'm going to give you a inspiration point. That's pretty good for your RP.
As I do that, I am going to drop concentration on Spirit Guardians to be willing to
All right.
let them be within talking range, but to not be surrounded by everybody.
All right. So I got to roll some saves. So let's see. The captain, wisdom saves. He would fail and become turned. Mark him with the lightning.
I will also shout, I am willing to talk if you come back in a more peaceful manner.
She raises her symbol skyward. All right, this other guy, wisdom save, fails and becomes turned. This other guy, wisdom save, fails and becomes turned. Now, is anyone else going to attack or be hostile?
I did not intend to, but Radu will definitely respond if he needs to.
Okay. So
No.
we can drop out of. Let me just see if any
Initiative?
of these guys make it. I think you're going to get them all. You have to roll very high to resist this.
Ophelia, you're full cleric, right?
I am indeed, yeah.
So what's the CR that destroys undead for you?
That's a good question.
Oh, yeah. I forgot it's updated.
Only one, I think.
Ooh. All right. I
Oh,
think
one of
it's
them
one
made
at the
it.
lowest level. I don't know if it's one right now. Let me double check.
I think at level 8 it's 1.
Well, these guys are. Wait, I don't think they're CR1. No, they're not CR1. All right,
Okay.
so I'll say we drop out of combat as there's this explosion of radiant light, and these guys kind of rush away from Ophelia. Like I'll say, run away and towards like the edges of the room. You would notice none of them seem to go through
It is
the
one or low.
door. Like almost like something is keeping them in this room. This one will say, "Why would you do that? I thought you came on Isik's behalf." But he's not attacking just yet.
I will reply back. While we do, it is still strange to be completely surrounded by what may yet be an enemy. It is for our own safety, but as you can see, I have dropped my spell to damage you all for the time being.
He says, "Captain, what do we do?" And the captain's like, against the door, like putting his hands up, trying to shield himself from the light. He says, "Undo what you've done."
I say, just wait 1 minute. It'll be over soon.
Yeah.
Just give it a minute. Just give it a minute. Give me a persuasion at disadvantage.
Can I help him with that? I'll be
Wait,
like,
really?
What are you gonna say?
I'll say we
I can't
we
drop
only
it.
we can only allow it to fade. Please take the gesture that she dropped the holy aura that was searing you.
All right, I'll take a normal persuasion on that roll. And yeah, Ophelia, you'd be at disadvantage.
Just look, I can't stop it.
Yeah, I think
God.
he's more like because you did it after the piece was called. So go ahead. Yeah.
Well, that's a
Is
damn
that-
shame. We were surrounded.
Is that a
Yeah.
failure? Do I know?
Um,
yeah.
You don't think it is a failure? I'll say it wasn't a
Okay.
very. It
Oh,
wasn't
dude.
very good, but they don't seem like they're becoming hostile again.
Okay.
So
won't-
yeah, he kind of angrily looks at Ophelia and says, "Sun clerics, you best hope our captain will come out of this." As he seems not to know much about how turning undead works. But after about a minute,
I shout
Clank
back
walk
to him,
over
and I'm
to
like, "You're
the
lucky to be
captain
leaving
and
this
shake him.
alive, friend."
give me a persuasion on that. Well, actually, charisma check. Go ahead, Hammer or Clank. What were you saying?
Can I walk over to the captain and shake him?
Shake him. You would have to
Or
damage him.
to break. Oh,
Yeah, the
really?
only way to. So,
okay.
ooh, all right. He says, "Help us! Help us!" And this one says, "Calm, friend. We need to hear from the captain." Hmm.
Kudo holds
Frank,
up a
do you
finger.
trust me?
Uno momento.
No memento. Sure. Give me another persuasion, Kudo. Looks like he's like grabbing for his bow. Like, wait, calm.
Oh my god.
Getting some bad
Whatever.
rolls. Although it's not that hard of a check because he did hear his captain say to wait. So he seems like he's getting ready to pull his bow out, but he kind of calms down at that. So the captain eventually does come out of it. He says, "Why would you turn us after peace was called?" He seems to know what you did.
Peace.
Yeah, peace was called, but we were still completely surrounded by what were deemed hostile enemies. And to be honest, I don't really trust you either. So can't really trust people that are attacking us, can I?
And Kudo will nod his head and please understand that these are dangerous grounds for us. And I'll gesture to Ophelia's. You're like wearing religious symbols, right, Mikey?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them on there.
She is a devout of Palor. You must understand this. Most of the undead have not been friendly.
He says, "Well, apologies. We have been bound to this place for a long time, thanks to the curse of the dark miasma that swept through this place. We have been unable to leave, and the years have made us weary and maybe a little bit aggressive." He says, "If you..."
Leave.
Oh, go ahead.
Leave where? This building or the city?
This room. For some reason, whatever happened here bound us to it. And he kind of motions to the bodies. And at this point, the guys he summoned will say, "To the protection of Isik," as they fade away.
Kudo will kind of perk his ears up at that, although I guess a Toto's ears are not very easily, don't really perk up. But he will gesture over to Clank, and he noticed that they stopped at the door. You said, right?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the sword race could pass through the door.
Clank,
Like normal,
is there any?
insubstantial guys.
Yeah. Do you detect any magical barrier here, or see? I don't know. Is there any evidence of something that would block them?
I'd love to look around.
So he would say, "You mentioned the Princess Dinara. Are the royal family safe? The Aveldis, do they live?" He says, "We've seen the ghouls wandering the hallways."
She is actually taken over as queen right now. She's the only one, and she is unfortunately undead like you.
I see. It's disheartening.
In fact, all the sword race under her command are undead like you.
So he nods and says, We're stuck here while the princess could be in peril. Damn it.
Did Kudo, when he examined the threshold, did he find any runes?
No, you don't see any markings on the door. Nothing obvious.
Check the
Yeah.
bones.
Strange.
I'm gonna sit down and start ritual casting detect magic.
I'll say... Okay, so you're doing detect magic.
Actually, before I do that, I would say, before I start chanting, I would say, I'm just using magic to see if I can detect what traps you hear. Don't be alarmed. And then she'd sit down and start casting.
Still kind of nod at that. Actually, I'll say there could be some obscure religious knowledge that might help here. DC 25.
Trained?
If you can get a
Dude,
25 on
I might be able to hit this, guys.
Ophelia, could you take a look at this?
Yeah, that's true. I don't think anyone can hit 25 if they're not trained.
Oh, so close.
Emboldening bond.
EV.
Oh, it's a D4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one-
I wouldn't have done it
yeah.
anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
23. Clank, flashy
Oh.
genius.
Oh,
22,
Emboldening bond, Clank. Emboldening bond.
24.
No!
Oh my word.
God.
Get a flash.
It's worth it.
You can do it.
You're gonna flash, Clank.
I'm muted. Yes.
All right.
Flash.
So you remember an obscure text you read a while ago that said something about the place where someone's body lies could bind them to that area. So it could be because their bones are here, and to have something to do with the ritual itself. The ritual that destroyed Isik. Maybe some combination of factors got them stuck here. Removing their bodies and putting the bodies to rest, while it probably wouldn't put them to rest, might free them from this place, like burying their bodies outside.
I'll pass that along and say that to them as well. Is this something you would want us to try?
The captain seems a little hopeful at this. He says, do you think this would free us? Yes, if you could. For sure. We would love the chance to be able to return to our queen. Or you would say our princess, but then say, like, oh, I guess our queen now.
She currently is in charge of the marketplace.
Says,
That
the
is
old
where
market.
she's.
Yes, all right.
Don't go towards the church that's south of the market because there's living that want to kill any undead. So there's kind of a not really truce, but definitely not engaging in combat between Her Majesty's people and the living.
He nods and says, well, that could be of great use to us. If you take our bodies and bury them outside, I suppose we can try that. Thank you, friends. This is quite a service.
Can we just salt and burn the bones here?
What are you saying, Felix? Or Cluedo?
Dude, that is a good point. We probably should inform those on the surface of what's going on down here. Just so there's no misunderstandings.
Yes. Captain, what did he actually tell us he was captain? I know others called him captain. Captain, have you heard anything on the neighboring rooms since you haven't been able to get out?
Hang on a moment. It says, you can call me Marith. Captain Marith.
Okay.
1 second.
So, DM, they're talking about maps, and when I made a map for them before, I made sure I made copies for myself up on the surface. So if I presented this map to them, could I follow through with the suggestion about asking them for where they, if there's a map of this place and where outside we could bury them?
He says, well, He'll answer your first question. I was just he wanted to give you his name, but he says, I often hear the movement of the many ghouls through this place, and I have been able to look through the doors to see them. I just have not been able to walk over the threshold. I also hear chanting to the south from time to time, in a language I don't understand. He
Yep,
says,
that's the squid faces I mentioned before.
And what about to the east?
well, to the east of here is the old storage area, where several old artifacts from the past are stored, mostly art objects. I'm not sure they'd be much use to you, but I believe there might be at least one weapon in there. He says, you're free to take a look, especially if you're doing us the service of taking our bones and burying them.
Another question for you. Those that you just called with your horn, where are their bones?
He says, I do not know. They are not sealed to this place, but they don't seem to be in the command of the Queen. It is
That is unfortunate.
I believe they are spirits from from far away that I seem to have the ability to summon, but they cannot do anything like bring messages back to the Queen. I've tried. I don't believe they are actually sword wraiths of Isik, just other damned spirits.
Would you have a problem if I put your bones in a bag of holding? That way we could carry all of your bones out at once instead of endanger our group coming in and out multiple times?
He says, I do not have a preference on how you transport our remains.
Okay.
So you're going to take their bones in a bag of holding?
If you,
Yeah.
What
If
would
the
be
rest of you-
weight on that, yeah.
So the bones... How much would bones weigh? I don't know, like...
I'm Googling it.
It's going to get you on a watch list. How much does a human skeleton weigh?
How to best transport?
Yeah, best transport a human skeleton.
Does it fit in a bag?
How do I move
It's for
skeletons in a
D&D.
bag? Yeah.
It was for D&D. I swear.
10 to 11 kilograms.
Oh, geez, of course, kilograms.
Which is
I don't know, that's what they did on-
This is America. What?
That's
Sorry.
like 25 to 30 pounds.
All right, so we'll say they're
Yeah.
30
It's-
pounds each.
No, it's
sounds about
2.2
right.
conversion ratio, Matt.
The
2
25 to
points-
30 is age.
2 pounds to the kilogram. So if it's 10, that's only 22 pounds.
All right, we'll say 25
Alright,
pounds each.
anyways.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got that's fine.
How
Like
many?
five bodies. We've
Yeah,
got plenty
5
of
of
bags
them.
of holding. We're fine. Yeah.
All right, so you pick up the bones.
I will do that if people want to check out that other room.
Have
Since I have Clank's bag still. Keep
have I
forgetting to get it back to
completed
him.
the ritual?
Yeah, so you would get your ritual off.
Okay. So then I would
and,
just take a walk around the room.
so you don't see much in the way of magic coming from this room.
Yeah.
It just seems like an old ruined under area under the
Yeah.
keep.
Anything
Based on what
special about
Blank
the rock?
shared of his religious knowledge while I was casting, I kind of was expecting that. So
Yeah. No, those are just like a little cave in from the ceiling. You don't think there's
Like,
anything
you can't
special?
fit-
let us
Like you
let
can't
us
fit
check
any
the
more.
closet.
Go ahead, Felix. What were you saying?
Oh, sorry.
Like you can't fit any more into your bag. Just FYI.
Oh, that's right. I think I was going to tell you someone's bag is overloaded, and I won't pop it this time. Wait, whose bag was overloaded?
Fine.
Thanks.
Just by a little
Clank.
bit, yeah.
So you want to make sure you get that sorted, because next time I catch it, your bag's exploding and going into the astral plane.
Poodle will put it into his bag. What were you saying, Rhea?
Let us check this closet while I still have the magic eyes.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, sorry. I
Closet.
think Now that I'm looking at it, I'm looking at the wrong Holy Trinity sheet. Yeah, here it is. I had the old one up. Yeah, because you could see on the first page it has the capacities of the different bags, and Clank's is 45 pounds over right now. So just make sure you get that sorted, Clank. So the door here is locked. Does anyone have a way through it?
I think Clank does.
I can try these tools.
Okay.
Are there any magical auras on the door that I can see?
No, it just seems like an old door.
So, are they still under the spell?
No, it'd be gone by now. Because I cast for 10 minutes and the Turn Undead only lasts a minute.
Okay, I was looking at the zigzags on them.
All right.
You can just shove... Clank, you can just shove whatever you want into my bag. Just move it over. No problem.
Well, thank you. I was just gonna drop like light crossbow and long sword.
Nice. I'll put it in mine.
I'd see you to take a moment to kind of move some stuff around as Clanks realizes his bag is getting a bit full.
I don't even know, like the stuff that is in Ria's bag of holding. You I think you guys put those in there on a session I wasn't here because I don't remember any of it. It's all like valuables, like that we must have picked up somewhere that we planned to sell or something. A leather saddle sewn with copper, a steel chalice, a wooden coffer inlaid with meandros of silver, a cloth coat trimmed with fur.
I think those are art objects, yeah.
Yeah.
So I would need a Thieves' Tools check, Clank. If you were picking the door.
I touch Clank and say, "It's all right, bud. I know you're good at this. No worry."
Oh no.
Doing a guidance. Alright.
Oh,
And I'm
shit.
at disadvantage.
Alright,
But you have that plus EB plus guidance.
So you would be over at the door. 27 would be more than enough. This is just an old doorway. So you unlock the door. Are you opening it?
Alright, Clank's trying to step away.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for traps.
You haven't seen any with your passive, so if you want, you can make an active. The guard says, worry not, the door is safe.
Habit.
Alright, now you don't see any traps.
Yeah, just open.
Alright, so you push the double doors open, revealing an old room with, looks like a couple of shelves with some old objects on them. The peculiar thing is a running fountain to the north, which seems to have some magical runes inscribed on the floor around it. There's also some art objects in here as well.
Captain, can you come over here and look at this?
So he walks over. He says, yes, the old fountain. I don't know exactly what it does, but our people exhumed it from below and moved it up here in pieces. It was in the Dwarven ruins. Strangely... Sorry? He says, yes, we can go into this room. But strangely enough, it started flowing with water again once they put it back together. It seems to do that automatically.
What's this?
So those are old shelves with a bunch of sacks on them. Looks like some paintings. If you want to search through them, can you take the fountain?
I would also be looking for magical auras.
If you have enough people in your camp, this probably weighs about 4,000 pounds.
You take the fountain.
So have your people come in with like the jackhammers, bring it to your camp.
We need to hire a whole lot more laborers if we want to carry 4,000 pounds.
Just get like 50 people in your camp just carrying a fountain around with you. So if you want to search the shelves, go ahead and give me I'll say perception or investigation.
And Captain, what's the writing down on this thing?
He says it's some kind of stone tablet, but I can't read the language. Does anyone speak Celestial?
Yes.
Alright, so you would recognize the tablet. It looks like some kind of summoning ritual.
Looks like Clank sees it, knows it too.
Okay, so Clank also would agree. This is some kind of summoning ritual. Not sure what it summons, but it seems to require 300 maho of religious components.
Hey guys, remember that angel?
Oh, if you saw that, then yes, this looks similar to that tablet. Because that one was also an obsidian tablet.
Was that in the Alcavian Labs? Did we summon that in this group?
Yeah, we summoned it, and then remember we freed her?
Yes.
Well, I have done it in multiple groups, but other groups haven't done it, so I'm never quite sure. But
so,
yeah, cool.
if you
Yeah, and then I used my banished creature at the end of her thing after she helped us and released her back.
So this looks like something similar. Maybe another ritual was created here. And actually, or go ahead.
Just real quick. Bookkeeping. Ophelia, are you keeping religious components in your personal inventory or the group inventory?
I do have religious components also in my personal inventory, correct?
Okay, so you can add that to yourself? 300?
Oh, gladly. Yes, yes.
Alright, so Clank,
Sorry, go ahead, Lou.
or Kudo hands over some religious components. What was I saying? So yeah, this actually give me an intelligence check. You might notice something here, or if you have the photographic memory feat, you'll automatically notice it.
Who are you talking to?
Just anyone.
You said intelligent?
Yes. Actually, anyone who saw the other tablet, which might be everyone but
Radu.
Kudo and Radu.
Kudo. Ooh, Penku recoil. Expert duplication would do it, maybe.
Yeah,
You
that's
should
the
have
one
had
I was going
advantage
for.
on it. Yeah.
So it would be a wash. Maybe.
Yeah, but did you see the old one?
Clank did. Wait, did Clank roll his intelligence check? He did, so 15.
Yeah, 15.
So I'll say both Clank and Riala, the scribbles on this one, like the handwriting, looks almost exactly the same as the other tablet.
Like, it seemed
Like it was made by the same person.
Hand.
Yeah.
Created this. Sure.
So yeah, the guard would just
Lou,
shrug.
I also crit and got a 29 for checking the bookshelves.
Oh, okay. We're
Yeah,
doing
that's how you got
multiple
300.
things.
Rhea got a
I thought that's how you
28.
got the-
Oh, that was.
That's how you got-
Yeah.
that was a religious
I'm sorry, I missed that. My bad.
You're a liar. All right. What were the rules for searching the bookshelves?
You said you called for perception checks,
Yeah.
and then we started reading the tablet. But yeah,
So
Ophelia got 19, Rhea got a 28.
Yeah.
And Rhea's got the magic sight up too, so I assume that helped a little.
Yes, actually, that would help a lot. So as you are searching the bookshelves, you will, in fact, see an aura coming from behind a sack.
Ooh.
Which I need to check my notes about.
Also, is the fountain magical?
So the fountain is magical. You would find a really sweet-looking quarterstaff lying up against the back of the bookshelf, kind of behind a bunch of stuff.
I would point that out to everyone. There's a magical aura on that.
And the captain will say, "Ah, yes, that was one of the weapons they pulled out from below in the ruins. That's the one I was talking about." quite the impressive carving work on it. You would see all these dwarven runes carved all over it, similar to like the Rune Master runes you've seen in other places.
So I guess I'll take that and put it in a bag until we can have someone investigate it further.
All right. So as you touch the quarterstaff,
Oh no, it's cursed.
you would take it and you're going to put it in a bag, but you just something about this. You really like this quarterstaff. It calls to you. You think you should keep it. Give me a wisdom save with disadvantage.
You're putting it on your personal thing, Varia?
I was going to, but
She might have to now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're like, man, this is such a nice staff. You think it would make you look a lot cooler if you were walking around with it.
this is.
yeah,
I might. Do you guys mind if I hold on to this? Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to this. And
She's
she
like,
doesn't
"You
put it
mind?"
away.
Yeah,
She's now like holding it like a walking staff.
Yeah. It does look kind of cool on her with all the runes on it. It's like, yeah, got some drip on my
Well-
walking stick.
And that's everything we find on the shelves.
There's so are you just looting all the art objects? The
Yeah,
captain.
Anything that has a
yeah.
magic aura
What is
and
the
everything
cap-
looks valuable, I think. Yeah.
The
What
captain
does
would
the
say,
captain look like?
if these help you, then you should take them. So yeah, let me just list them out.
Okay. We shall oblige.
So there's a bunch of them. I'm just gonna do them as like a little hoard of stuff. So they're worth about 300 altogether, and they weigh 50 pounds. If you really want to split them up, I can make up a bunch of stuff, but there's a lot of like small junk
that's
stuff.
cool. That's cool.
Art objects? What do I write it as?
Yeah, I mean, storage room art objects, like, if you want, you could say Isik.
It's the kind of stuff we want to like pull
Here,
out
I'll
and
put
sell or trade. When
I'll
we're
put
in
a thing
town.
in my notes just in case I forget. So you can mark this as coming from session 73. And then if, like,
What
you know,
is the
50 sessions from now, I'm like, what
It's
the
kind
fuck
of
do
the
you mean
things-
art objects? You could be like 73, and I'll go
kind of the
look
Alright.
stuff we want to decorate our stronghold
Sorry,
with when
guys.
we.
what is the
Sorry.
Or go
Just
ahead,
wanted-
Kudo.
I just need to do some bookkeeping before we move on. What was the weight and value of it?
Oh, it's in chat. 300 gold pieces,
300
50
gold,
pounds.
50 pounds. Yeah.
Okay.
What's the School of Magic on the fountain?
That is a good question. It looks like it is necromancy.
I don't know if I trust that fountain, guys. That's necrotic magic. She looks disgusting.
Oh.
I'm not going anywhere
Now
near.
you told me that, I'm
destroy
really
it.
disappointed.
It looks pretty. But
Yeah.
it's necromancy. Actually, I'll say with your
No.
passive perception, Ophelia, for some strange reason, and you look closer at it, actually, it wouldn't be some strange reason, but when you look closer at it, you notice some like scratch marks on the bottom of the fountain, maybe as if something was clawing at it.
Was clawing at the bottom of the fountain.
Yeah, and necromancy can heal, but most healing is
Oh, I see,
evocation.
yeah. Oh no. That means Rhea can't use Revivify. I didn't know it was necromancy, but she won't use necrotic magic. Anyway, go ahead. So she's not realizing that in this moment. I am. Sorry.
Yeah, I think a bunch of the like life, like bringing people back to life, is necromancy.
I guess that kind of makes sense.
Reattaching the soul to the body.
I want to investigate these scratches a little bit further.
Give me a religion
While we
check.
investigate,
Go ahead, Kudo.
can we rest? Because this place looks kind of safe, and
Yes, if no one's come
you guys
in
can
here
investigate
for
at the same
all
time.
these years since the ritual, then, and that will give us some strength to go and perform the burials.
The captain says, you should close the doors, but we can also act as guards to this place.
Thanks.
So, I assume you're closing the doors?
Yeah. And Clank,
Okay.
can you identify those two things we just, the cloak and Rhea's staff in the meantime?
And I'll replace these with actual doors.
I'm gonna hold on to this Clank. I mean, you can look at it, but you have to come over here and look at it. I'm not handing it over. She kind of clutches it possessively.
I do not touch it in
Don't
order
touch my
to
staff.
identify it. I have this encyclopedia.
She looks suspicious. But
Yeah,
she
Yeah,
kind
I
of,
know you haven't gotten very much stuff since we've been traveling, but you're kind of being a little clingy, aren't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
With your passive perception, Ophelia, which is 19, I assume, you think that
Correct.
something is weird about how she's acting. Yeah. Give me Arcana, Religion, or Nature, because all three of these knowledges would cover this. Yeah, you're not sure what's going on with her, but 15.
15. Sorry.
With the 15, you think that something is magically compelling her. Could be the staff she took may have been cursed.
You said it may have been cursed.
You say that out loud?
No, I'm asking. That's what you said, right?
Yes, that the staff she took may have been cursed.
Okay.
She's being kind of possessive.
As I noticed this, I don't say anything. I just immediately cast a spell.
Remove curse. You would see Ophelia suddenly cast a spell.
So when she approaches me and reaches out her hand, can I try to dodge?
Well, she doesn't have to. Oh, it is
It's a
touch.
spell.
So you're okay. So yeah, she comes at you. Would you even notice though?
Ophelia, don't be jealous.
If she knocks my hand, doesn't that count as touching?
No, she has a pretty good perception. So she, as you're getting close, she kind of like backs up. Like, what are you doing?
As I say this, I'm like, Rhea, I'm not gonna take it. I'm just like, look. Would you look how cool this inscription is? As I'm trying to like distract her, and just being like, I think this inscription here means you can do, some kind of like growth spell, right? Do you think this is meant for like druid?
Give me a deception or stealth. I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think
insight.
you're up to something.
Well, hang on. Let's see what she rolls.
Oh, yeah,
Although I
okay.
don't think she's gonna beat a 23.
Oh, dude, I got an emboldening bond.
Don't
so.
touch my staff.
Oh, I don't think I can beat it. Hold on. Oh no.
Oh, you use stealth?
Stop.
That's what you have disadvantage on.
Why did you stealth?
Yeah, but the
Maybe
other
it's-
one is a -2.
Oh, okay. Wait, I mean minus.
Disadvantage is worse.
So I thought maybe taking the
Yeah.
disadvantage
Don't-
might be
Don't
better. You
be
know what? I think
jealous.
you're right.
You know, I mean, I haven't. You know, it's the first thing I've ever found that I've picked up and claimed. You know, it's just a stick. You've got plenty of weapons.
She kind of walks away, kind of annoyed at you. All right. So we're going to attempt
You
to
gotta
pass
do
some time,
else,
right?
Rhea. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
No, before you do.
Oh, we're gonna. Okay.
Hold on. I think I might have something out.
Things are getting real. Power word kill.
You know what? I don't think I do have anything to.
Just wait till she sleeps.
What did you say, Kudo?
Can
Don't
I?
encourage her.
Can I?
I say that.
Can
I
I,
say
like,
that telepathically.
Okay.
In their mind.
Would I know? Yeah. Would I know if
Everyone's
like,
kind of catching on now.
calm emotions would work?
Well, if this is a cursed item, it's not going to do anything. Like, she's going to be very possessive and protective of it.
She's just gonna feel a little more mellow, but still
Yeah.
clutch the
Alright.
stick.
She'll be high
There's
when you're
there's a
trying to steal
voice
it.
in the back of my head that's saying maybe we just wait until she sleeps. And I'm gonna trust my inner instinct.
Okay. I was going to say, you were examining the fountain scratches, and you rolled pretty well.
Yeah.
You think that they were made
Yeah.
by some sort of undead creature.
Ooh.
Alright, I share that with the party, and I'm like, hey guys, like some undead creature was trying to dig here.
Is it
Do
trying
you
to
think maybe there's something underneath it?
Does it look like it was trying to dig underneath it? Yeah. question.
So give me an investigation. Maybe you can glean more from the scrapes.
Frank, can you take a closer look at this? Or are you identifying stuff?
I can try.
Ophelia has no idea.
I'm not gonna even
Dude,
attempt.
11's not bad, man.
I'm
And
at
Clank, you have
an
your
advantage.
golden bonds.
13 plus.
You haven't rolled any bond.
14.
14.
Oh,
It's hard to say. They seem kind of random, so you're not sure what was going on here. It doesn't seem like there was purpose behind these scratches. Maybe something just kind of like clawing at the bottom of this, like a mad undead or something. It's not like they made like divots. There's just scrapes, like really old scrapes. You're kind of surprised you could still even see them, depending on how old they were. But it was kind of whatever was doing it was kind of relentless. Go ahead.
Okay. Can we count how many
I'm gonna-
claws there were? Like
It looks like a skeletal hand.
5 and 5?
Yeah, so like humanoid.
Okay. Well, looking at the claws, that was a long time ago. I think it's safe to rest here.
yeah, I want to cast another spell that I noticed they're trying to dig at something and see if there's anything underneath this. So,
He's gonna melt a stone.
Well, you haven't put your hand in the fountain yet. Do you want to try to feel around
oh
under the
yeah,
water?
I want to put my hand in-
My word.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
DM's like, hint, hint, you haven't touched the weird necrotic fountain.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, at this point, I feel like I'm committed. So,
Touching the fountain.
leading Ophelia to the water. Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Alright, give me a con save.
Oh, God, see. Huh?
Oof. Alright.
Oh.
So what's the
Oh,
plus
God.
6?
it's only
wouldn't have blessed.
12,
3.
not plus 6. Yeah, I
Yeah.
have blessed on. It's only plus.
Alright.
It's only 12.
So almost immediately as your hand touches the water, you feel your life force being sucked out of you. Your HP is reduced by half as you are life
Oh
drained.
my god.
Like as like your hand kind of shrivels and like your body even gets a little gaunt from the life being drained. You're not sure what else that did, because I assume you're going to immediately pull your hand out.
Yeah, I do. I'm like, oh my god, guys!
So yeah, your new max health is half your normal max health.
That's insane.
I just do minus. I can just do minus whatever my max health is, right, on my character sheet.
I
it's half, yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
You
Just
just
make
set-
sure. Here, go
Just set
ahead.
your max. Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
just
think you
have
just
to
set
make
your
sure
max.
you preserve or keep note of what your actual maximum is, in case you are able to get this cured at some point. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Your
That's
new
right.
max health, it would be as if you had the levels of exhaustion that halves your HP, basically.
Jeez.
But yeah, you're not feeling
Nasty.
great. The fountain water actually glows
I
for a
know-
moment, almost as if like it drew your life force into it, and you see the water like tingle for a moment, and then it fades away.
Would I know what's afflicting me currently?
Well, it's definitely life drain. You've never seen life drain this potent before.
I'm gonna share that with the party and be like, guys, I fucked up.
Fucked up guys.
Sorry to hear that.
This water's not good. Oh my god, I feel so weak. I don't know what happened.
Let's set up a short little camp rest here, and we'll move forward from here.
All right. Yeah, I think Clank is called for the short rest, so you could all tend to your wounds. Ophelia becomes undead. That would be kind of funny.
I turn the undead as an undead.
Yeah, she just runs away from herself. Ah! Gotta put myself
during
down.
the short
Turn undead, do I just explode? Just like trying to fucking telekinetic myself? It's like dividing by 0.
Yeah. Go ahead, Radu. What'd you say?
Since we're having a short rest, do you mind if I switch over the what is my eldritch weapon? Do ritual to change it over. I need at least a short rest.
Yeah, if that's not, well, you have to wait till the short rest ends, but once time passes, you can. All right.
But I'll be spending that time asking Rennie and annoying him to get it to change over.
Yeah. So if anyone's doing anything, you have till I finish rolling. Just let me know as time is passing. Luckily, this area is doored off and well protected. So you assume you're pretty safe back here.
And we have extra guards.
So Riala,
Yes.
as you're kind of sitting here looking at...
I assume I'm attuning to something that I may not actually want to be attuning to.
Yes, this staff does require... It seems to require attunement, which I assume you're going to do.
She certainly wants to in this moment.
As you are holding the staff, attuning to it, you would hear a voice. It would say, Elf, where am I? Gruff. Sounds like dwarven voice.
Who speaks? It's in my mind, I assume.
The staff, you pointy-eared idiot. I am the staff.
Okay, the curse makes me to have an affinity towards this item, regardless of how rude it is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Or at least you don't have to like the voice, but you do like the staff.
Well, you're certainly an uncouth one.
He says, just tell me where we are.
Tell me who you are.
He says, I'm a powerful wizard. That's all you need to know, girl. He says, much older than you.
Let me see you cast, because...
You're that daft. I'm in the staff. I can't use magic anymore.
So you're no longer a powerful wizard.
He says, look, just tell me where I am.
In a storage room.
Bloody storage room. Figures. He says, how long has passed? Is the Therian Empire still stand?
No.
What year is it?
The 12th cycle ended 1100 years ago.
A cycle?
Wait.
Look here. God, it feels like just yesterday. Time passes so much different now. Well, were they able to capture the Shadow Lord at least? Get him in the prison. Was that successful?
Lou, remind me, what has this group uncovered about Shadow Lords?
I don't know if this group... I don't know. What do you guys know about the
They
Shadow
cleared
Lords?
the church under Char, but I wasn't here for the session.
We know
Told
that
them.
there is... We know about Malik and the other one.
Guyvok. Yeah, I told them the names I heard from
Okay.
Diedrich.
Because I know we did not free Guyvok in this group, but I think he got free anyway.
This group's contact with Guyvok was He was befriending one of your people.
He was talking to Eldwin, but we never opened his cell.
And you had a suspicion that Eldwin may have actually been drawing power from him. So he may have become Eldwin's patron.
I wasn't entirely sure if Rhea
guardian.
even really knows the term Shadow Lord or not.
You probably would have heard it in passing from I think Kudo mentioned it at one point.
Kudo mentioned it to you for sure.
So she looks.
We've also heard it before.
Then she's a little more attentive than now. Like, tell me what you mean. What this Shadow Lord you speak of?
He says, "You don't know your history, do you?"
Perhaps some knowledge has been lost.
He says there was a coup among many of the members of the Rune Master Tower, as well as the Tharian Empire nobles. And it was discovered that certain individuals were aiding a very dangerous and evil master of the arcane known as the Shadow Lord. When this was discovered, there was a bit of a civil war amongst the nobility and the wizards. Many died, and one of the final battles, which I was involved with, but sadly did not make it, was our fight to entrap the Shadow Lord. I don't know if we succeeded or not.
Where did this occur?
He says, far south in the Zatharian region.
Was it near the Alcavian labs?
He says, no, but that was the site where the prison was to be created. Do you know of the labs?
Yes, a group of druids defends the ruin.
Druids? How odd.
Druids.
And he says, I don't know anything of druids, but so are you saying that the Shadow Lord was captured? He's in the prison.
I've never been in the prison. We just encountered suspicious things in that area and avoided them. And I guess I would relay what we know about Malik, because that's the one that we actually know more about, right?
He says Malik. Malik. Does that name sound familiar? He says, no, I don't know anyone named Malik. The Shadow Lord was Gaivok.
He was, but this, what you described sounds like what we have encountered with this Malik, who was somehow trapped by his own magic.
So you're having this conversation out loud right now, or kind of in your head?
In my head.
In your head.
Yeah, I mean, I responded the way it spoke to me, so I think that would be, yeah.
He says, I don't know of any other Shadow Lords. I think you're mistaken. This Malik must be someone else. The Shadow Lord is Gaivok.
How did your people plan to trap him? Do you know the ritual?
He says, I know part of it, but it's kept in the tower along with all our other secret lore. The old Rune Master Tower.
Yeah, so she would probably keep peppering him with questions, because the moment he started talking about Shadow Lords and dark magic, she is... I don't know that she knows enough to put all the pieces together, but I think that, obviously we've been, encountering and combating shadow magic and darkness ritual, the results of rituals that we don't fully understand, like here in Isik and such, All
right. So I'll just keep passing some time. If you have a specific question you want to ask, let me know.
Okay.
But someone was doing identify, right? No?
Correct. You are correct.
All right.
Yeah.
So what are you identifying first? And this will extend the rest, because you can't rest during the rituals.
So I think there's 5 things to identify. I'll start with Kudo's cloak or item.
So Kudo's item is a this.
Nice.
Sweet. So I'm going to mind sliver myself and begin attuning to it.
Mind sliver yourself?
Yeah, I need to hurt myself in order to use the vial.
Oh.
Vial.
Alright, so you drip some like nose blood or something from your psychic damage. Alright. So you use your blood well.
Oh no, she's like, no need, Clank, and shoos
Cool.
him away if he comes towards her.
It's fine. This is fine.
Okay.
It's a little odd response, but you're
Not
like, okay.
not suspicious at all.
Yeah, totally
In that
normal
case, I'll
way to
go
act.
to the tattoo.
She just starts like kissing the staff. She's like,
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna hug you and squeeze you and call you George.
stay away. I mean, it's fine. Go away, Clank.
What is Lady Diana gonna?
All right, so the tattoo. Hang on. Is a
Tattoo of invulnerability.
no. It is that.
Great. Who wants that? I would almost say Radu.
I'm reading it.
Like a 15-foot grapple.
Yeah,
then
so
you
you
can
can
Grapple is great for you.
basically have the tattoo kind of extend out from your arm and like grab something.
You can grapple and shove them and
That sounds
drag 'em
terrifying.
into the
Like
spirit guardians.
visually, that sounds terrifying.
Your tat just
Udo
comes
finds it
alive.
comforting.
I'd only use it for like spirit guardians because it'd be perfect for that aura, but that's not much of a use.
doesn't-
Somebody else has something way better.
It doesn't say you bring them in, does it?
You can
Looks like it just-
grapple. You can
Grappled,
drag.
probably move them.
Yeah, you can drag. You'd have to move.
Yeah, it
drag
can
them at half
grapple.
speed. Yeah.
Mm.
And it's also, but it's within 15 feet, and that's the exact range of my
So-
aura. That's why.
Well, but you wouldn't. I don't think you would be able to drag them in, Ophelia, because you have to. When you grapple, you pull them in by moving, right?
So they would
would
move,
stay
yeah.
at the same distance.
Yeah. Although it could get them stuck in the aura.
That's within
if they're already
15.
stuck.
That's what I'm saying. It's 15 feet, and that's to cast a spell, and that's the range of my aura. So it would just trap people in the aura.
Gotcha.
That's all. I would
Gotcha.
trap. I would just be able to trap one person in an aura, and keep them within range of me, kind of thing. But that's, like I said, that's like hit or miss. Like, I don't care too much about that. So
That's pretty good.
Well, the good thing is if you
That's
trap
good
them
use
at
of it.
15, they only have a reach of 5. They couldn't even get to you. They'd just be stuck there.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
So
Not a
depending
very
on where
high
you
save,
grapple
but yeah.
them.
Whoever wants it, roll for it.
Does anyone want it? All right.
If nobody does, I'll
you know what?
take it.
I think Ophelia goes.
I might actually take this, and that means I'll have to give up one of my other items.
Yeah.
Radu is claimed,
So-
so you'd have to roll as well. I assume that's the how the party's doing it.
That sounds fair.
We're playing an MMO now.
Roll
Plus,
off.
Radu wants your other item.
Yeah. What item would you give
Oh,
away?
all right.
Nope.
Radu,
But I would
rolls
say,
his dice.
Yeah. Looking at where I do, I would say I have a. What are the things I'm going to do? No, it would just be the gauntlets of ogre power.
Oh,
You want to get rid of those? I'll take those.
That sounds pretty good. That sounds.
They're good for me, but this I think is just as good personally.
that's
I want to know your guys'
for
opinion.
Radu.
Yeah.
And I mean, I
No, it's
have
good.
8 strength. That's why like it was super good for me. But I think this might be better, right?
Yeah,
Like I like your opinion.
Yeah, if you're doing your damage more with spells and stuff, then the strength isn't as important. But if you want to swing your weapon, then that strength is really important.
Don't you have
Yeah.
potent
So
cantrips?
I know when I first joined the group, Ophelia was very much a get in your face and swing kind of, but I think you've kind of like grown.
jeez. it took a while to learn,
Nice.
like it's my first spellcaster casting too. So yeah, I am willing to trade up the gauntlets of ogre power for because my other 2 are the cloak of protection and the ring, and I'd like to keep those. So I would be willing to trade the ogre power gauntlets to somebody.
Yeah.
Um, and saying, yeah, maybe if a cleric item comes along, I'd like to get one, but I'm willing to
all right.
trade down, I
Is
guess.
Radu okay with this trade to get the Gauntlets
Yeah.
of Ogre Power?
Yes.
I was
All
gonna
right.
say, Radu, if anybody else wants it, like I would be okay. I want to know your opinion. Like, even though Radu got this, if Radu might have dibs, if you guys are okay with that, but if anybody else in the party wants it, if they think it would benefit them better.
No, let's just get this over
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
I think
Let's
you're
move forward.
overthinking
We've
this.
talked
Okay,
enough.
fair enough.
Uh,
I just want to be fair to everyone.
So go
And
ahead
then the
and
last 3 things are the
pull
3 potions
the
that we're
items
looking
from the
at.
compendium onto your sheets. Last 3 things, which were the 3
3 potions from
potions.
72.
So those are 2 greater healing potions and a healing potion. All 3 of them are healing types.
I'll take a small one in order to maybe just have it in a case of emergency. Oh, I
Great.
already have a small one. But I'll take another one if no one else wants it.
I think that's wise for you to hold on to 2.
Okay.
Radu, do you need a healing potion? Or a greater healing potion?
I've got 1 supreme right now, so I could probably hold off.
I would say take a greater, so if you have something besides the supreme.
Oh, I just
The
assumed that no
supreme.
matter what, I'd go down fast. So, but
Cool.
if nobody else wants it, I'll take it.
Well, Hammer
Cool.
is
Take it.
Clank is giving you the potion. He's party
Okay.
leadering that
Yeah.
shit. He's like, take this. He just shoves it in.
And Rhea, do you have potions?
I have 1 greater.
Cool. Take it. Ophelia, do you have a greater healing potion?
It's a good question. I honestly don't know. I mean,
Cool.
I think I
Then I'm
used
gonna
it.
say Rhea, you should take this one so that you can bring Ophelia up when Ophelia dies.
Is it a regular or a greater?
Great.
Okay.
Yeah,
Add it to
so
my inventory.
yeah, make sure you
I
guys
do
take your
have a greater,
potions.
so yeah, I'm good.
My healing skills allow me to awaken someone who has fallen with just salve and bandages. They won't have much strength renewed, but they will be conscious.
Cool. Well, hang on to
In
this
other
one.
words, I can bring them
You
to
are
1
much
hit
better
point with the
at
healing
staying.
kit use.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we get that. But I think you could have the greater healing potion as well.
All right, so make sure the people who got those put them on their sheet. So that was a total of 50 minutes, then the hour rest. But luckily, still no activity. So it is now be 11, so 12:40 in the afternoon. Now, you had mentioned trying to identify the fountain.
Sure.
I don't
Okay.
recommend touching that, Clank.
Well, it was the water that drained.
Oh.
So, it seems the fountain. Give you some info. So this is a custom one. So it seems like you can attune to this fountain, and those who die inside of it become undead under your control.
Huh. Huh.
It's a bit of a dark
Okay.
object.
What the
will,
fuck?
Oh
pass
my
it along.
god.
Do you explain that?
Yeah.
We should destroy it.
I'll use
Oh,
my
for
stick.
sure, destroy it.
Hold on.
Well, yeah.
Hold on,
Before we
guys.
go do that,
Let me attune to it first. I'm just kidding.
I'm going to I'm going science. I'm
We'll be attuned to
sciencing.
this. Ophelia, can you look at those scratches again?
Your old character just suddenly pops in. Felix. He's like, I'm attuning to this.
Yeah. Is the sword wraith captain in here too? Like
At this point, he is
I'll
not
tell-
in here. He hasn't been in here,
Oh, okay.
so he's kind of in the other room.
I'm not sure. Would that count as desecration? I do not wish to offend the spirits up there. Yeah, it's the party.
I don't know enough, so I could not advise.
is there a way to tell if something's attuned to it right now?
Uh,
Or break
you
attunement?
you don't think anything is attuned to it. Whoever it was
Cool.
probably died long ago.
Side.
Spend another hour in here. Just kidding.
Okay.
Suddenly, like Kudo's just leaning up against the fountain casually. He's like,
Playing cards.
It's like, oh no, I'm just hanging out. It's fine. Nothing to see here.
I mean,
I look at Clank and I say, does a familiar count as a living creature?
Oh, sorry. That's a humanoid. It has to be a humanoid.
We're not putting Dan Quayle in.
I'm putting Dan Quayle in the fountain. Yeah, you would guess it would take 2 rounds to kill something if they didn't make their saving throw.
But this is interesting. I don't think it's going anywhere, right?
agreed.
But
Should
we don't
we,
know who its master is.
You don't want to
Yeah.
Dan Quail. You don't want to name him Quail Bush.
Well, who is this Barkist? It's called Barkist the Life Ender?
That
Does
should be
anybody recall
Barquest,
knowledge of it?
Quest. I spelled that wrong.
Does anybody recall that name from history books or whatnot?
Obscure lore, I'd say DC 25 for history.
You got this, Clank.
Are you say,
Otherwise, it would
can't
require
recall?
a research project. Nope.
Dang.
Nah, he can't.
Emboldening
use
bonds,
disadvantage.
Clank!
Yeah.
Yeah, the emboldening
Oh,
bond's
good,
gone.
Maybe.
It's been more
Yeah.
than 10 minutes.
But research perhaps later tonight. I don't know.
Sounds wise. Or I bet some of these books here might have more information. I bet we could spend some time researching. But do we want to continue exploring the different various pathways that are here? We also
I'm gonna
have
try
the
to destroy
doorway
it.
in the other room.
How are you going to destroy it?
Clank's gonna prevent you.
So I guess if
I'm
you...
going to hit.
Yeah.
Hey, Captain.
Yes.
Do you know who Barkest
Start by
is?
hitting my mace.
He just shrugs. He says, should I?
Okay. Name came
You
up
hear,
with
like,
the fountain of
And
undead.
you hear in the other room a bunch of, like, arguing and squabbling. He looks, he says, is everything okay in there?
Fountain's something about undead. I didn't catch it all.
He says, well, I've
And it
never
hurt.
heard of Barkest.
Thank you.
I thought of a question that I wanted to ask the staff while I talked to it.
He's like Auntie Elric. Instead of wanting to make undead demons, you must
Yeah.
destroy them all.
Destroy. Yeah.
He's like the other side of the crazy coin. Or she, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. So Ophelia is kind of freaking out a little. You said Clank is trying to hold her back.
Yeah.
How would she even destroy it?
I don't think she's strong enough.
I'm gonna start by trying to hit it with my mace.
Okay.
You're
So
not strong
how...
enough after you gave away to Ogre.
Are you gonna
Gamers.
Yeah,
splash
that's
water
true.
on all of us?
No, because then she'd die.
I sure hope not.
I guess I don't really want to do a battle, but maybe strength checks if you're trying to stop her and she can make a strength check. We'll say you're just kind of holding her back.
Fuck, I just gave away my fucking gauntlets.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Has it been an hour
You're like,
since?
stop.
Did we get our rest
Yes,
after the identification?
so you did
and
get
handing
your
out?
rest.
Okay.
Because we said we were doing this 10 minutes after the rest. So you can go ahead and do your rest stuff.
Lou, I thought of something I wanted to ask the staff during the rest.
Okay. I assume you're still
What
keeping
should I call you?
this to yourself.
Yeah, in my mind. What should I call you?
He says, I don't know if I trust you yet, girlie, but we'll see what your actions bring. I'll be watching you.
Can you sense what it goes on around me? Can you hear my
This
companions
is-
squabbling?
I can, and I don't know anything about that fountain. Although now I'm a bit intrigued myself. I wish I could go to my library.
Where's your library?
This is in the tower.
Where's the tower?
He says, well, last I knew, it was in the northern mountain area, but the tower can move, so who knows where the Rune Masters have it now.
Yeah. I imagine she keeps peppering him with questions, but I don't think she knows enough of the pieces to put the pieces together and ask all the right stuff, you know?
Oh, Clank, yeah, go ahead and do a strength check. To see if you could initially stop Ophelia, or if she got a swing off at the fountain. Oh, alright. So,
no.
we'll say initially Ophelia kind of knocks past Clank because they're both kind of wusses. Pushes the bird aside. You would swing at the fountain. The stone... Let's see. Go ahead and do an attack roll. No, you just kind of bounce off of it. This thing is tough, even though it's
Frank,
not all that
it's indestructible.
tough. I tried.
Frank, I think we need bigger things to destroy this, buddy.
So the ghost comes over. He's like, what are you doing?
It creates undead.
This fountain is evil!
What do you mean?
It creates undead.
This
Yeah.
makes more undead, I think, like you. So it's
See,
causing
we're-
suffering for all these people.
He says the
See the wound she obtained from after the fight? Yeah, that's from the fountain.
Says the archaeologists said they didn't know what it did. How are you able to know this?
Did no one touch it? The waters after they assembled it.
He says, I know several people studied it. I thought they even used magic to identify what it did, but... And then he stops and thinks. He says, a couple of them disappeared shortly after. Maybe you should destroy it, he says.
Yeah, but this is not the way to go about it. This is only going to cause more harm.
You said
Yeah.
the waters came forth when you assembled it, right? Perhaps we could dismantle even some small part of it.
He says, maybe. I don't know how the archaeologists got it disassembled safely. I know one of them was a fairly skilled arcanist. And actually, those of you with Arcana training, give me a roll. You might have some insight here. So Clank, yeah, both Clank and Kudo, you would think that if this was bashed to death, it would probably explode, releasing a bunch of necrotic energy.
Yeah,
So,
don't do that.
Demolition
Don't
would
warn
be
her.
the unsafe way of destroying it.
Radu is an idiot, and he already knew that. Because water's got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that, but yes,
Better spill in
generally,
this room and us to leave rather than kill more people.
Well,
failure.
I will keep watch over this fountain, make sure none use it for such an evil purpose. But I'm sorry, I don't know how the Arcanists disassembled it and moved it.
This is not the way to go about destroying such powerful arcane artifacts. Anyways, we're
Well, then
all
you do
rested and-
something.
Yeah, let's
we-
move
I
on
can do
and look
something.
around.
We'll research it when we can. But for now, it must wait.
The guard kind of nods.
Clank. Where to next?
So
Oh,
South?
so you would discover one thing while attuning to this Ophelia, this staff. It is a +3 weapon.
Ooh.
Oh, you mean
Good thing I
Oh.
have strength. Oh, I guess I could shillelagh. I don't have shillelagh.
well,
If it has other
+3
properties, you wouldn't know what they are.
Okay.
+3 will overcome your lack of strength. Kind of,
Yeah.
a little bit.
It's true. It is
Well,
a
I
very
mean,
powerful weapon.
If we get another, what levels can I change out my cantrips? Is it the ASI
Every
level?
level?
Yeah, it's ASI.
Is it every level?
I think it's
It's
ASI
every
for non-wizards.
Okay, so that would be 4 levels away. So yeah, no shillelagh for me. But anyway, because
Cool.
I never intended for Rhea to carry a
so
weapon,
Do
which
we
you
wanna
guys
go
all
down
know. She's like
the
never
hall-
carried a weapon,
Do
so
we
it
want to
makes
go
this
down the
extra strange. Sorry, go ahead.
stairs
just go to
behind the altar or finish searching this level?
I say, oh. I say search the rest of this level. Let's methodically make our way through these places.
All right.
That sounds wise.
Lou, I don't recover from the short rest, do I?
You're still at half health. Yeah.
Yeah,
the
so
life
I
drain.
look at the party and I'm like, guys, I don't know.
Actually, medicine might tell you something here if someone has medicine training.
Medicine.
Oh, I do.
Oh, well, yeah, you would probably already know then what's going on with you. So, yeah, you both have the same conclusion. A greater restoration is needed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
That's
I know
kinda what
somebody
was
with that.
thinking.
Yeah.
Do you?
Didn't one of you have greater restoration? I thought when
Yeah,
someone was
then
turned
Ophelia.
to stone.
It's me. And I already used it, so
Ophelia.
I can't do it now.
Okay. So tomorrow you'll be good.
Yeah, but you think
tomorrow's
that
a long
will,
way away, man.
that'll take away the life drain. All right, so before we continue, why don't we do a 10-minute break and
Sounds
reconvene
good.
at like 7:42-ish.
Oh,
Just saying, tomorrow's a long way away.
I'll give
Well, what
Rhea
time is
and Kudo story points as well. Or not
West
story,
Coast is 7:33.
inspiration points.
Nice. What's the cap at? 3?
3 right now. I might
I'm already maxed out. Thank you.
I might up it later, but for now it's 3. So
Okay.
make sure you
I'm
might
maxed
want to
out.
at least
Gotta start using them.
yeah.
I accept donations.
I already gave you one.
No,
What are we talking about?
Oh, you mean from other
I
people?
only got
No,
one, though.
you can't.
inspiration.
Oh, only one. Okay. Look, I gave out 3 inspiration points today already. You're not getting a
That was
second
good.
one.
That was a good call.
That's because we're playing like bosses, okay?
Lots of RP. Yeah.
Who did you give inspiration points to? I
Uh,
Ophelia.
Ophelia,
Yeah, I got one too.
Rhea,
You-
and Kudo.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got one when I did my turn undead, and you guys got it for the RP in this room.
Oh, I missed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I gave it to
I
you
like
for
you
the
talking to
the staff basically. How you were like my
the
precious,
wizard. That was great.
and yeah, the conversation.
Because obviously we're a bunch of RP and bosses.
Yeah,
It's,
that's it. That's
we gotta go
totally it.
kill. We gotta go kill something now. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna get too soft.
We got to ride the high.
Yeah, use these story points, these inspos.
I will say this Tuesday group has become like it has
Oh.
been one of my favorite D&D sessions like from the beginning, but
Did you see?
there's
Sorry,
been some hiccups, but
just real quick. Kudo, you got the story point from Clank. Okay, you saw it.
Yep.
Good. Sorry,
Thank
go
you.
ahead, Ophelia. I'll be right back.
What were you saying, Clank?
no,
Sorry,
yeah, I was
Mike.
saying no, yeah, it's but like having you guys in here too, like Redu and Kudo, you guys have really brought a lot to the RP and
Oh,
stuff as well. So appreciate it.
oh,
Thank you. I've
thanks.
enjoyed it.
Thanks.
Want to call it
Yeah,
positive
we don't.
behavior when I see it, you know.
Can I get you anything?
You guys,
Yeah.
you're on.
It's just
Your
not muted.
mic is on. Yeah,
My bad.
no worries.
What were you saying?
I'm digging this group too. Yeah. I think.
All
I
right.
mean, it's
So we're
after some
clearing
really
out the
good
rest
big
of
ups
the
and
level.
downs. Sorry, go ahead, Matt. What'd you say?
He was background.
Oh, I was saying
Oh yeah.
we're clearing out the rest of this level, right? That's the goal
Yep.
for
Yep.
today.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
have
Try
to
to
be
kill some more
passive
undead.
during these next few fights, but yeah.
But what were you
Good luck
saying?
with
No.
that. But no, we've
You're
had
fine.
like some like ups and downs with people joining and other sessions, where it's maybe like felt like a little in over my head, like joining, like I think I joined Ria's and Matt's group for Thursday, joined at like level 13. And like while I enjoyed being at high level, like I didn't enjoy all the spoilers for things that were happening. So I kind of like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. Like all the
I.
people were really good in that group. But then like this group and like our Sundays group, like enjoying playing with the people, but there's been hiccups for how people have handled things like working in a group, right? But this one, like, even though we talk a bit about it, I feel like we can just kind of flow right through it, come to an agreement, even though we have our differing ideologies, right? We all work together to create like a very
Yep.
seamless, like how you guys handle like differences of opinion has been like a really great boon. And I hope I'm trying to like also reflect that as well, right? Like have fun, be your person, but also be respectful for like what the party's deciding.
That's
I
big.
feel like you
Yep.
guys have brought
That's
very,
important.
very much so
Really
as
is.
well. Thank you.
Yeah. But no, I feel I felt your character is um definitely has a difference of opinion, but you're not making it kind of like a blocker or anything like that. And it takes it takes some skill to kind of do it artfully, you know. So, but you're doing it, so awesome.
That's honestly like I've played a lot of like neutral characters, right? And like they're so easy because you can just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna do this. But I feel like playing opposite ends of the spectrum requires a lot of tact, and I found a
Yeah,
lot of fun in doing that. And I think that's part
yeah,
of why I've become so invested in this character specifically.
totally. I would like to. I generally speaking play neutral characters, but I would like to try a evil one sometime, but be really cognizant of exactly what you mentioned, like not being an ass to the party. So, but yeah,
Yeah, right. Like trying to do things maybe for like your own greed or like agendas like behind
yeah,
the scenes, but like
yeah, yeah,
not screwing over the party, being like, yeah, I can relate to these guys and help them out. But I also have my own agenda, right? And that's kind of on
exactly.
both, right? Like I'm like, yeah, fuck these undead. But all right, everybody else is obviously swaying this way. I'll show my disdain for it, but kind of go along with what you guys are doing.
Yeah, yeah,
Miri does a
yeah. The
really
only
good
thing,
job of doing that too. So like her being like kind of on the lawful good end spectrum too. So it's kind of like nice to be able to like have somebody to agree with and joke
I'm
about it a little
actually
bit.
chaotic. But honestly,
Yeah,
when
I
I
mean
first
you're
great.
good though, right? You're a good
yeah,
character.
well, Rio was my first attempt to try and go kind of Fae, but when I joined, this group was pretty chaotic, and I ended up feeling like I was like more lawful than you guys. But I feel like I don't know, like
I
I mean, you've noticed
I
the
have a sense
difference
of
since.
where that chaos may have spawned from. You might have had
Yeah,
an
that's
X
exactly what
factor
I
in
was going to
there.
say.
Yeah, yeah.
Hence, like,
But
right, some of the downs I was talking about earlier. But
Yeah.
I think everybody we have now, like, actually works very well together. And this is
I think
only the second
ideally,
time
if
I feel like in this entire campaign where that's happened.
yeah,
oh,
I've had some really really good groups, and like of course turnover can change the dynamic of a group. Not necessarily always for better or worse, but yeah, I've definitely had some really cohesive groups, and this one has, I think, started to work together pretty well.
yeah. The last I know Matt is like in like many groups, just like you, Ria, but the old one that we were in was pretty damn cohesive, and then it was just like turnover hell. Like, I actually don't think any of the players that came in were bad at
Yeah.
all, but the turnover was killer. It was like
Like 2 new
we were
players a
like,
month.
yeah, meeting like intros again, like every on a monthly basis. It was rough, but I think
Yeah.
that had to do with
That does slow
the
things down.
time slot, the day and the time
Yeah.
slot was at night. So
Well, the original Tuesday group was one of my favorites for a really, really long time, and we played for. I mean, I don't even remember exactly how long it was. When did you guys start up this group? It was probably early
A
23.
year ago.
We're like a
Well,
year and a half into this
Rhea
group
joined
now.
14 months ago, and you guys were already like chasing goblins, or not goblins, hobgoblins.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think we started towards the beginning of 23.
Yeah.
So I think you joined probably like 4
I
months or
joined in
so.
April. I joined in April 23.
Yeah.
Well,
So I
I
think
mean,
we
I
started
posted
in
my
like
character
December.
description on April 1st, so in the
Okay.
Discord.
I
I was
think we
actually
started in like December-ish,
okay.
Yeah.
if I
So
remember correctly. Or maybe it started right at the new year.
yeah. So the group before that, like, we were so cohesive and did so well and were really, really stable, didn't have any turnover for the longest time. And we made it to like level 15. We were actually heading to try and find that Rune
that's a
Master
long
Tower.
time.
Yeah.
That's a long
And
time. No
and then
spoilers.
oh no spoilers. But yeah, and then there was a couple players that just kind of started complaining about some of the DM's rulings and stuff and got real gripey about it, and they went and decided, oh, we're going to swap DMs. And I was so disappointed because it was like they made this decision and it was like, yeah, I could go with them.
Ravens rulings.
Yeah.
They were complaining about Ravens rulings.
Yeah, I
Then
know.
they were complaining. I think they're
No, they
complaining
keep-
against the rules.
Right. So,
Yeah,
but
sure.
anyway,
Especially after level 15.
right? I
Yeah.
know. I was so I was kind of like for the longest time
It was a
like
couple of
one,
specific rulings that they didn't
maybe,
like.
I don't know, but I just
Why can't you let me use Wish?
it was just so frustrating because like we were so cohesive and had so much fun for so long. And yes, there was a player who was kind of complaining about certain rulings again and again, but
I
mean-
then all of a sudden it came to a
Really?
head and everyone decided to join him and I was like, what? Anyway, I'm
And-
still bitter. I'm still bitter.
I DM'd for a complaining person. It is. I just wanted to kick that person
Draining.
out. So honestly,
Yeah.
good.
I mean,
I am now
yeah.
going to start the official complaint for the group about telekinetic grab not being able
Oh,
to
geez.
use them myself. So if you guys want to join that,
Well,
I'd love it.
I'll say in their defense, like I was still kind of figuring out some of my rule systems, so I was a little bit indecisive on a couple of things, which I'm now like solid
Yeah,
on.
you've changed. You swapped back and forth on certain things a few times because
It
you're
was
trying.
I think it was
out.
encumbrance that they got
And the
mad about.
crafting. The crafting was.
Like I was
sticking
still
point
figuring out
for
my
that player,
crafting
too.
system,
Yeah.
so that kind of
That's
frustrated them a little.
crazy. What? Why would that is like hardly a? Yeah, I don't know.
We have a bunch of artificers in there.
And I think they're still
one of them
going,
was.
aren't Lou? They're still going with Rat, aren't they?
I think so.
Yeah.
Or they may have ended and started a new story. I don't really
maybe.
keep up with what he's doing.
Yeah.
But because he has his
Well.
own thing going.
I honestly, Lou, don't be surprised if at some point I bring back Betha because I actually enjoyed being that crotchety old woman.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? But
Oh my god, use a crush the old woman would be hilarious.
yeah, the hardest part of this, I think, is finding cohesive like groups and personalities.
Yeah.
Like that can be a real pain.
And some groups just have a really unusual vibe. Not again, not good or bad, but there's some groups that just seems like it's really hard to find a fit. You know, I know we've had a lot of turnover.
Well, also
Like,
sometimes personalities just clash. Like someone's
yeah.
trying to like be the voice, and someone else is clashing with them. Like it just depends on the people.
Well, and it comes and goes too, because like Monday was solid for ages, and then we had a ton of turnover, and then we were solid for a long time again, and then when Sim left, we started having turnover again.
Well, we've been solid for a while, but they don't really have a good leader anymore.
For sure, yeah. We don't have 6.
Yeah. But maybe someday.
Well, we ready?
I mean, Beryl can be
one
leader,
back.
but I'm gonna tell you right now, she's not gonna make the wisest decisions.
PvP. It's time to fight.
Game on.
All right. Well,
Explore this dungeon.
Just wait till I arrive in Napa Valley, man. Slap boxing. It's happening.
Can't wait.
And then we're going for wine.
you guys can
Okay.
fight for the leadership of this group in real life.
Dude, yeah.
If you do that, you have to televise it. Yeah.
Didn't we
I
vote?
want to see you guys
Didn't
fight.
we vote? I feel
I
like we
need to.
voted.
I need to see it, or else it doesn't count. The DM has to
You
witness the
think
slap fight.
Ophelia cares about votes? That's your first mistake.
I like the slap fight in real
She's
life.
stubborn as fuck.
All right. So where are you guys going?
Oh, dude.
Sorry,
No offense, Matt. I think I take you down, buddy.
Ophelia's distracting
I don't
me.
know. Those artificers are pretty resourceful.
Oh, he's talking about real life. They're gonna go to his house and
Yeah,
slap box.
really. I think Matt and I have fucked around our entire lives, and
Matt can't summon a construct.
I'm
in
not.
Real life,
I'm not Raph, man.
Well, I don't think.
But I'm.
Maybe. Yeah.
I gave Raph a toe to toe, so I'll challenge you,
You gave who? Raph?
Raphael Pisketch.
Oh yeah.
This kid was literally built like a tank. Like
Cool.
if you could describe a body size, it was tank.
All right.
So we
where?
checked out
Yeah, where are you
this
headed?
area 4, right? It seems like we have this hallway is our last hallway to look.
Yeah, as far as you know, that one area just led to the butcher. There's the southern halls you haven't checked out yet.
Yeah. So let's go to the
There's a
front
door
hall.
to the east in that one room, in the altar room we were in, and
Yeah,
then
we're gonna skip over
to the
that.
north here was like that mist thing that we couldn't figure out what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the darkish miasma.
We missed it.
Or yeah, the miasma.
I'm eating chicken. Hang on, I gotta get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'm definitely hiding behind where I do in Clank right now.
There we go.
Taking a look down the hallway.
Thanks.
Should I be rolling stealth for you, boss?
Not yet. When you need it,
Okay.
I will. I assume. Are you all moving stealthy?
Stealthy.
I would be, yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
Tempt
what?
is a big key word.
Left or right, guys?
How far away?
Right.
Just unexplored areas. But just a question, Lou. How far away do we have to be from Radu to not blow his cover with stealth?
You
what,
probably want to
almost
be
30
30. I'll say at least 60 feet back.
Oh, wow.
60? I don't think we're gonna do that. That's too risky.
That sounds dangerous, yeah.
Like 2
Agreed.
rounds
You
of
guys
movement.
want me to send a familiar ahead with him, or?
It's a trap.
Oh, Dan Quayle's here.
Dan Quayle.
Can Quail fly?
Yeah.
Yes, I vote for Dan Quayle.
Okay.
All right. So
Wait.
Dan- Yep.
Wait,
I vote
everybody.
for Bush.
If we go through these doors right here, that'll get us to another passageway where the undead tentacle face guy ran.
Yeah. And then there's also a hallway to the south, I believe.
I think
Yes.
we want to check out this hallway first. Make
Okay.
sure
Just making sure before.
yeah.
If you
there was-
ping, you can kind of see the outline of the map. I'm just kidding.
Well, and I think when the Alhoon ran this way, we saw that it was stairs, right?
I assume someone has been mapping. Yeah, there were
We
stairs
just
over
saw
there.
when it went to the east. Yeah.
Give me a
Do I need to be
stealth check,
sneaky?
Radu.
That's what I was asking about. Okay. Come on, gauntlets of ogre power, don't fail me now.
All right, so you think you're being pretty quiet as you kind of tiptoe down the hall here. You just hear dripping every now and then, but you don't see anything.
Am I seeing? Okay, I see a door and I see. Okay.
Yeah. So the door to the south, and if you continue, the hallway turns
Actually,
south.
I'm going to listen to the door in the south.
You would hear. Give me an active perception.
I just rolled it. 15.
You think you hear like this? Oh my goodness,
Chanting?
my dog's getting up on my lap.
You've
hear...
got food.
Oh, are you watching?
No, you said you had chicken.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. He probably is like, "What's on your lap?" You would hear.
At least I got chicken.
It sounds like some scratching coming from the other side of the door, like
Then
some
I'm
kind of claws
going
on
back.
stone.
I connect to Radu telepathically.
Yeah,
It's me.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No,
It's an
always
invisible-
will. Anyways, there's a door
Sorry.
that's just down the hallway and down and south, and there's scratching like on stone. I didn't know if we wanted to
Okay.
pass it or engage it, so I came back.
I whisper over to the two guys really close to me, Clank and Rhea back there.
And I'll tell
And
Ophelia.
I look at yeah.
I am all for opening that door and getting rid of whatever's causing that scratching.
Indeed.
Okay.
Ophelia, in your current state, should you not be a little bit behind us?
Yeah, I can do that. Then as I do that, I start
Begrudgingly.
chanting. You guys hear me start chanting a little bit.
All right, so
Am I?
Where
Radu,
did Radu
you
go?
peek around the corner over there,
Mhm.
and it looks like the hallway goes south for a while, but you don't see the
Okay.
end of it.
Okay. I come back. I said, I don't see anybody down there, but that's the door right there. Shall I try to
Check
open
that
it?
hallway. I won't. What's that around the bend? Maybe there's two entrances, just like the other room.
Okay.
So it seems the hallway here turns south, and at one point turns west, down over at the end. Doesn't seem like there's another doorway into that area. All right,
Yes, Steve, this
Radu,
door.
as you step there, give me another stealth check.
And you have emboldening bond now.
Okay, so you would see something.
Nice stealth check.
Uh,
Oh wait, are you exhausted?
I shouldn't be anymore.
Nice.
So it looks like some kind of watery creature at the edge of the hallway there.
I'm gently going back. Hudo, are you still in my
I
head?
whisper in your mind.
Some sort of
Yeah.
watery creature?
I'll show it to you in a sec.
An elemental.
I don't know.
Perhaps I could speak to it.
Is this working?
The watery creature looked like it noticed you.
As far as I can tell, no. It was definitely large, maybe even huge.
It was huge.
Oh yeah, no, I know it was huge.
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 It
It was basically like
It's-
filling up
that is
the
your
edge of the
call,
hallway.
Clint.
Can I
It's your call,
send you
Clint.
images in my head or no? Or is this just verbal?
It's just speech.
Yeah. You couldn't send
Okay.
images of it now. But you could
Okay.
describe it in your head.
Basically, it filled up the whole water or the whole wall, the whole passage.
I'm less concerned with that than the scratching noise behind this door.
I'm worried it might
Rhea,
get to us, but
Ophelia?
yeah, we can do that. I'll go check the
You have a
door.
good point there. You have a good point there, actually. What's behind the door is not getting out right now.
Okay.
Ophelia? Rhea? Thank you, muted.
I would like to go through the door.
I am voting to go after the water elemental.
Clank is the leader. Are we doing a vote or just going?
Well, it seems like 3 of us are about going after the water elemental.
Okay.
I'm
Without-
Radu.
I'm either way. I'm for the
Elemental it is.
experience.
No, you can't do that. You're not allowed. You
Ah.
gotta vote. I'm just kidding.
Everything's going to be an interesting experience.
He's going to vote third party. He's like, I want to go back to
Okay,
Char.
Rhea?
It's already 3 versus 1, so it seems like we're doing the
Okay.
Ellie.
Okay.
Get your water wings on.
So strangely, when you get down here this time, it is not here.
Are you sure you're not seeing things, Radu?
Yeah.
Do
I'm
I see
sorry.
anything like where it could have gone? If I'm believing Radu.
Is the floor wet?
Yes, the floor is wet in this area. Do you want to go examine?
No.
I don't. I want to tell Clank or
Let's do it.
Radu to go examine.
Yeah.
Yes, check
Why
that
don't
out
we
over there.
step back and take care of that door that's not
Let's
here
do the
anymore?
door.
Well,
I'm wondering if it went down that hole there, but let's do the door.
we were standing here. I don't think it went to. I think it seeped through the cracks.
I like the seep through the cracks idea.
I just don't want it sneaking back up some other way.
Well,
All right, so you head back to the door. You would no longer hear the scratching, by the way. So you're not sure what happened.
I'm going to quietly try the door handle.
All right, the door handle would open, revealing a new room.
Dun dun dun.
It looks like there is a large hole in front of the door. And if you step over, Adu, do you have dark vision?
Yes.
How far?
and we have light.
60. Just the
So
normal.
you would see about 40 feet down the hole, there are like 3 ghouls basically climbing down.
I
don't
pull
seem
on
to
Ophelia's.
notice you yet.
I pull on Ophelia's sleeve and look down and say and mime ghouls at her.
How do you mime ghouls?
I
wanna know
take that. I take that as a
oh.
sign to just go ahead and cast a spell.
Clawing and biting
this.
in a zombie-like fashion.
Nice.
Alright, so what are you casting?
I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame, Blessed Sacred Flame.
Alright, so you're going to hurl a sacred flame down at one of them? Alright, so
I am indeed.
we'll say as they are climbing, You hurl a sacred flame. So it would fail its dex save and be seared by holy energy, falling into the hole, while the others quickly climb away out of your vision. And the others just keep going downward, and you can't see them anymore.
Hey, I think I
This
got
looks like
that
a really
one, though.
deep pit. It goes
I'm
further
gonna
down than
squeeze
60.
along the wall here.
Okay. Yeah, you can easily move around if you're careful.
And I'm going to check out the rest of the room. Like this equipment.
Alright, so over on the side there is a peculiar looking, almost like a machine of some kind.
Hey, Clank, this might be your neck of the woods thing.
Oh, let me try.
So, as an
Let me take a look.
artificer, you can make an arcana check with advantage on this.
So it should be a wash because
Oh, Arcana check? Let me help him.
I was gonna
Okay.
say, yeah, emboldening bond for both of you guys.
So, this, Kudo's like, I'm not sure. Judging by how the pipes connect to this might be some kind of pumping machine. You're not sure exactly what it does, but one of the components seems to be broken. As an artificer, you think you might be able to fix it, but it'll take at least an hour.
mending. Yeah. Cool.
You also don't know... Oh, one thing you would notice. You think this is one of the things that they were talking about where it looks like it requires power, which there is like a slot for a soul crystal to be used in this.
Okay. So is this a task to fix the water pump? Is that what I write down?
Yeah, this could be a quest to fix the water pump, and then you have to decide whether or not you want to activate it, because technically you don't know what it does.
Yeah, is there something we want to either flood or remove water from? Because otherwise, perhaps we don't have any need of this.
Yeah, get it out of that fountain. Well, what if it's the lake?
Drain the
It
lake.
drains the whole lake.
Wait, but where does the water go?
Just right into the keep. You just fill the
It'll
whole
kill
keep.
all the undead in the tunnels. Guys, just think about it. It's genius. We should do it.
Does the
It
group
brings
have
the
a,
undead floating up.
Does the group have a soul crystal right now?
I think we have
We have.
two.
I have an arcane
One.
crystal in my inventory.
Alright, which might work as well. But yeah, you would need at least an hour and a power source for this to be activated.
What do you all think? Spend an hour, or do we move on?
So maybe move on while we have our things active.
Indeed.
Wait, what do you have
Sounds
active?
wise.
Both
Yeah,
emboldening
emboldening
bond
bond.
and spirit guardians.
When did you cast those
Oh, you
again?
have Spirit Guardians up?
He rolled it. He
I
said
do
it a
have
while
spirit.
ago.
But
I
feel like
set
at this
it
point it's
and
time
rolled
over.
it
What?
Oh my
You
god.
aren't
It's
fighting
been-
anything.
we
Why would
literally
you
just-
cast that?
because
Only last
you
10
saw the
minutes.
water elemental, and I was anticipating
you
a
were-
fight
I see.
between the scratch doors and the water
Alright.
elemental. So I just I pre-buffed everyone, threw down. I typed in the chat. Sorry if you guys missed it. Typed down
totally missed
emboldening
it.
bond
Let's go.
That's
for
kind of
everyone,
funny.
and cast spirit guard.
Alright, well,
Let's go.
alright. Spirit Guardian is going, so we're on the clock.
I thought you knew, Lou, because you were like, yeah, suddenly they all run away. I don't know what happened.
Whoa, the
It
elemental?
was perfectly timing. No, the spirit gardens popped up, and then whatever was scratching ran away.
Oh. I didn't even
The
notice it.
scratching and the elemental both disappeared as soon as I pre-buffed them. So I literally thought you were doing that as a, like, oh, haha. I was like, hey, you want to pre-plan? Fuck you, I'm the DM.
So
Like,
do we want to try the door that's with the squid face, or do we want to go south?
South. We want to explore the rest of this level.
So
Everything
the
that's
south
explored.
hallway seems to lead into a new area.
Which is the reason why I was
let's-
asking.
Here, right?
I think so. Is
Um,
east. Huh?
Yeah, east leads to a stairwell, which also leads to a new area.
So we're already
Indifferent
south.
as long
Let's
as we
go
make the
south.
decision quick. Yeah, all right, that
Yeah.
works.
So you start going south, which will lead into some new tunnels.
Oh, it's another new area. Okay.
Yes.
New area it is. Go, let's do it.
All right, so
Who's like, oh, you burned one of your dailies and the level 3? Oh yeah, they all just run away.
no, they didn't run away because you did that. The elemental, well, you assume it's probably gone through a crack or something. I'm surprised you didn't explore the area more.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Or
so you enter these tunnels. They seem abandoned. Give me, I guess this would be probably survival to navigate these underground tunnels. Radu's on it.
Oh, Radu's got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice, Radu.
Are you trying to avoid combat, or do you want to fight things in here?
I mean,
How are you entering?
Radu
Really
wants
a
to
start-
identify where Bat is so he can communicate to the rest of the group to make a decision. That's
Well, what
where
brought us
his scouting
to-
is.
Part of what brought us to Isik was some sort of ancient vault, right? So I think exploring
Yeah.
underground tunnels totally makes sense.
Well, I mean, you can use your survival to try to, like, basically watch for things like tracks, avoid possible ambushes while exploring, or you can
Yeah.
up the chance of
Even-
fighting things.
Oh no, I think we would
Even-
rather use caution, right, guys? We've already encountered some pretty crazy
What is
stuff
Kudo
here,
saying?
so-
even
Kudo,
though
what
we
you
have
saying?
Do we
spirit guard,
cautious and go slow, or do we
Jesus.
go
Mikey,
fast
chill out.
and
Chill
try
out,
to?
Mikey.
Too
Well,
many people
It's-
talking at once.
Kudo's trying to talk.
it's okay. It's okay. But even though we have the spirit guardians up, I would agree with Rhea that we should consider combat as war and not like sport. So
Yeah.
this
All right, so avoiding it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, Ophelia, but if Spirit Guardians is 1 minute and you cast it before we went
It's
down
it's
the
10
hall,
minutes.
looked at the water elemental.
it's
yeah.
10.
Yeah.
Oh, is it 10? Oh,
It
okay,
is
I'm sorry.
actually
I
10.
apologize.
Yeah. It's a weird because
apologies.
it's one of the only spells that powerful that lasts so long.
Yeah, that is really powerful. I didn't realize how long it lasted. My bad. Sorry.
So, exploring. Okay. Give me. I'll take up to 2 rolls from the group, either investigation or perception, if you want to explore this area.
Ophelia is.
I got
Ophelia,
good
can I try the
perception.
best
Yeah.
perception? Unless someone. Oh, you want me to do it?
And I need to check something.
Clank,
real
is your
quick.
perception. Why is this 10-10 and 18-10?
My homunculus has a passive of 18.
Oh, okay. All right. So Clank's is 10-10. I see. All right. Gotcha.
Do I not have this in this game?
I mean, I should say Dan Quayle.
Well.
DQ.
I like that.
I might need to grab an asset. Oh wait, I think I know where it is. Sorry, one moment. No, that's not it. All right, give me. You can do if you want to do some RP really quick. I just need to grab an asset from a different game. So I thought I moved this over, but I'm not seeing it.
Ria's a little less engaged and conversational as we go along. She, at moments, kind of is holding the staff in a way almost like she's addressing it, but you guys don't hear her actually speak.
Oh, Poodle will telepathically connect to you. Is everything okay, Rhea?
What? Huh? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah. This staff is so interesting.
Oh, is it? But tell me more.
Well, I mean, just
I'll roll
I mean,
persuasion. I'm just
Look
kidding.
at the beautiful workmanship and
it feels powerful. It feels strong. It feels like, I might be able to, maybe hit more like Clank or something. I don't know. I haven't tried. I generally don't, get all up there in enemies' faces and stuff if I can avoid it. But I don't know. Maybe I kind of feel like I want to hit someone with this.
So, Rhea, as you're talking, suddenly you would kind of notice off to the side, the floor is cracked, which wouldn't usually be a big deal, but there is a small amount of light coming through the cracks, which you almost didn't notice because your own light kind of mixes with it, but you managed to kind of notice that as you're walking down this
So I would immediately kind of cut
side
off
hall.
the mental monologue or mental conversation with Kudo, and I kind of gesture for everyone to like stop, and I would kind of wave over towards the cracks and be like, there's light below that floor.
All right, you would all now notice this too. There's like a light coming up from some cracks in the floor.
And in fact, I think I might even like put my light stone under my shirt or something, because she wears it on the necklace. So I should cover it just to make the light coming from the cracks more apparent.
Is the crack large enough to peek into?
Yeah, Radu is going to be doing that if it is.
All right,
Sneaking
so
up on it.
you carefully walk over the crack, kind of keeping an eye on things. If you peek down below, it looks like there is a large hallway below this, with kind of a partially caved-in area and a bunch of light stones lighting up the area below. It's about a 20-foot drop from the ceiling. Basically the floor up here is about, say, 3 feet thick. And if you went through that, it would be a 20-foot drop down to the floor below.
Would we have to break through, or are there holes big enough that we could slip through?
So give me a survival check. You definitely... You would definitely have to break through the floor. It looks like there may have been a stairwell at one point that connected this area to down below, but it's caved in. Like one of the side hallways is caved in. And looking down below, there's a cave in down there. You would guess they connected.
Do you see any movement?
So far, no.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like anything's moving. Probably magical lights are lighting up the area. If this was a dwarven rune, it's probably, like thousands of years old. One of the Therian structures.
Do we know of like light spells that would last like that?
Yeah, some of us are wearing.
Light, I guess.
Yeah, some of us are wearing continual light stones.
Continual light stones would last quite a while, but even those probably wouldn't last that long. So there might be something else at play.
Oh, okay.
I just wonder if this place is still active. You know what I mean?
Is this hallway end? Oh, sorry, you were talking. Shutting up.
No, go ahead, Radu. You haven't said anything in a while. What do you got to say?
Oh, I was just going to say, so this hallway ends right here, or it continues?
No, it would continue. This seems to be like the upper level.
Okay, that's all I was going to keep peeking down and peeking through the hallway to see if anything was coming while I'm staring down. That's all.
The hallway that we've been traversing.
I got a quick question. Do you guys have the overview map, or are you guys seeing a hallway right now?
It's the overview map. It is theater of the mind.
Okay. So, all right, cool. Never mind. Sorry, continue, Rhea.
Is there any signs of like traffic in this area we've been traversing? Like
up here, no. This has not been used in a long time.
Okay. And if I shimmy forward and peer down through those cracks near where Radu is peering, like, would there be any signs of any recent usage? Like, would survival, from this distance, would our survival help us identify whether that room has been abandoned for a long time or might have been in use?
Give me a survival at disadvantage because you're kind of far away.
Yeah.
19. You don't think anything's been down there. It looks very dusty, undisturbed.
So I would share with the group. It doesn't seem that this hallway we're in now, nor the chamber below, has had any recent use, but What do we
Well-
think? Should we continue, or we'd have to demolish this floor a bit to get down there? Perhaps we should continue to explore and come back if we decide.
I'd like to do that because the noise we'd make would attract things, and I'd rather us
Agreed.
sneak up on them, not them sneak on us.
Yeah, good point.
Let us
The
continue
noise
then.
is, yeah.
Okay, so you continue exploring.
Does stone shape make noise? Like if you're melding
No.
the stone with
No, it
magic?
would not. The stone just sort of melds as you will it, so
Yeah.
it would not make
I'm not
noise.
saying that's what we want to do. I was just curious.
All right. So let me mark it on your map just so you know where it is.
Mysterious lighted chamber.
Do a good symbol for this.
One other thing we could consider doing, if we wanted to sit around for 10 minutes, one of us could ritually cast detect magic and take a look in case it changes our mind about our interest in the chamber below, because if we identify magic auras or something. But I'm fine with continuing to explore this cavern and coming back.
Let us continue.
Okay.
Why aren't my things working? Oh, does this work? Ugh, of course I have the white background. Okay, that kind of works. Alright, so I'll just mark it. Put it on the map. Say ruined area. Okay. Oh. Gotta put it on the map. So you continue exploring. And moving southeast, you enter a new place. Okay, give me 1 moment. That would be here. Oh, wait. Oh, no. This map would be here. I have 2 of those. So you recognize this area, actually. It's kind of weird you don't have it mapped. Alright, well, anyway. Alright, so you recognize the hall of the ghosts, Dinara's area. Ophelia and Clank. Could have sworn you've been here. I don't know why it's not mapped. Weird.
I remember us talking about it, but not really going through it because Ophelia didn't want to accept Dinara's.
Oh, you know why? I
Yeah.
know what happened. This is a duplicate map. That's what happened. Sorry, guys. Why do I have 2 of these maps?
Because you're in love with it?
Or wait, is this one not explored either? It's so weird. Is this explored at all for you guys?
I don't see anything.
I'm panning back and scanning
seeing
to find it.
anything.
Back square.
It's so weird. Clank's tent is even here. Alright, well, I'll just use this map because this was the map that you guys would know. Radu.
You could just reveal it if you think we've already explored it. But
I can only reveal the whole map, which I don't want to do. But that's fine. You can just walk over it again.
Or if you want to take a screen capture, drop it into the Discord and we could look at that.
Secrets.
That's fine. So do you have which one of you had the light source?
Rhea has one.
I have one.
Ophelia has one.
Okay, so let me
Whenever
light
we're
you
not
up.
specifically putting lights away, then Rhea is wearing that continual flamestone that we got from our Orchard's people. She wears it on a string around her neck.
Clank has one too. I don't know if he wears it all the time though.
All right. Okay, this is mapped out. Never mind. I think my whatever, my stream was just being weird. But there are ghosts here. Recognizing you, they would just let you pass. This seems to be the other side to get into this place.
Interesting.
I'm seeing my health bar, but not my token or anything else.
You might have to
It's really
refresh. That's what I was having
Okay.
too.
Okay.
Oh, same, yeah.
Yeah, refreshing should fix it. But yeah, the ghosts or the sword wraiths will kind of acknowledge you and welcome their allies back to the area. The Holy Trinity.
Let's tell them about the captain and the others that we encountered, and that we intend to bury their bodies, and they may be able to leave the chamber they've been trapped in.
Actually, we should talk to Her Majesty about that. Let her give the honor.
Very well.
All right, so you're going to go see Dinara.
If she'll accept our stop by, visit.
All right, so we don't need your tokens on the map. You can theory of the mind those.
I don't know if this is gonna pertain, Lou, but however much time we spent traveling here, I don't know if it was more than 10 minutes.
Oh yeah,
but
it's been like an hour.
talking-
So
Okay.
your thing would be gone.
Before we leave those initial guards, I'm going to tell them about that spot that we saw in the crack in the ground. And give them basically a rough map out where it is, just in case they have problems coming that direction.
The guard nods. He says, well, the hallways between here and the keep are fairly extensive. Even our archaeologists only had incomplete maps.
There's that word again.
Hmm?
Oh, he was pointing out. There's that word again, archaeologist.
This is studiers of the past. There's quite a bit of infrastructure that Isik was built over. Some kind of old dwarven ruins. I don't know much about it though. So it's very possible you may have discovered tunnels that our people missed. All right, so you head past them, going to Dinara. She would, of course, greet you as you enter, saying, welcome again, friends. As usual, my home is your home.
Well, since we know that this leads back here, I kind of want to go into where we saw that crack and the lights below.
I'm fine with that. Just briefly, Your Majesty, we have things to attend to, but we wanted to inform you that we met. What was his name?
Sort of the Nim.
Marith.
Oh, the bones.
Captain Marith. He and several others.
Captain Hoppa? She says he exists still. Excellent.
It seems that while he was affected by the ritual and made a sword wraith, just as many of your people were, there was something about the room they were in that has trapped them there. We have collected their remains and will lay them to rest in hopes that this might free them. So they may find you soon. They've just been informed of that you also are here still and retain your mind.
She says, I
You
hope...
have resting.
Go ahead.
Do you have a good place to lay their bones to rest around here?
She says, well, there's the old graveyard near the southern church. There's a graveyard near the cathedral, both of which would be great places to lay bones to rest. Other than that, I mean, I don't know. I think those would be, if this was the city, that's where I'd tell you to put them. But in its current state, I think it would be good to just have their bones in the ground finally. She says, it's very kind of you to do. Thank you.
Let us just find a spot that is peaceful and undisturbed. And
I am going to chime up at this moment. and say, while I, don't agree with maybe the undead living, I do think we offer their remains a proper burial. I would very much so like to give them a very proper burial in a cemetery. And you guys are kind of shocked, I guess, by seeing like a moment of kindness. Like this is something that she would like to take seriously and showing compassion for putting at least their remains to rest.
From my point of view and from Riala's point of view, I think that actually tracks for Ophelia. That I don't think is a big surprise. I mean, your cordiality, cordial, being cordial to Dinara maybe is the surprise, but the laying
Yeah.
to rest, I think, makes total sense. Yeah.
She nods. She says their bones deserve to be in the ground with their ancestors, as was the ways of our people.
think
Thank
much
you,
of-
Ophelia. Even though we don't see eye to eye, I respect your adherence to the old ways.
Much of the land here is corrupted and flows with necrotic energies and is not natural, but perhaps Ophelia, we can find a spot and find a way to purify it and hallow it, because I believe at the moment most of the soil in this place is desecrated by the darkness and the necrosis. Don't you tell them
Hey.
how-
I disagree.
Ophelia, you're going to be putting their bones to rest, not their undead spirits, yes?
While I
First
think
things
both
first.
are important, they're opposite ends of the spectrum. I think they both are needed to balance each other out. But this is something we can do now to at least honor them and their lives that they lived.
Because we need all the people, even the undead, that can fight against the ghouls and the squid faces.
You know,
Yes, they may yet serve a purpose here. And
I do think
So
we
do we-
are enough, but I do appreciate your compassion for others, as I kind of say, you can say a little disdainfully.
so should
let us
we take care of
return.
this?
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Kudo.
So should we take care of this now? Go up to the surface before we go deeper.
Oh, I think we're quite close to that chamber. Perhaps we should return there. We found ourselves here in Dinara's hallways more by chance than anything. Obviously, it made sense to give her the information that we had recently discovered. But let's go back and investigate that crack.
So she'll really quick say, "Oh, I see you found one of the old storerooms," and she points at the staff. The old Therian Rune Master weapon.
Ria
think it was-
would,
She said,
would
"I think it
kinda
was
like-
excavated from down below."
yeah. When she points it out, Ria would kind of clutch it like a little bit defensively.
She
and-
hisses.
no, I don't think she would hiss, unless she's like grasping for it. Yeah, it's just it's a simple quarterstaff, of course, but I've taken a liking to it.
She nods. She says, "I don't really know much about what it does. I think our people were studying it right before the event. But I'm glad it's bringing you help in what you're doing."
Yes, very good.
All right. So what are you gonna do?
I think, Radu, you wanted to head back to the lighted crack.
Eventually, yeah. If we have nothing else, then yes, that would be a good place to go check.
I think
Unless we
we're-
wanted to go check out Squidface.
Yeah, I think we're closer to that than like getting to the surface and finding a good place to bury things. Like, I think that would take longer, but I don't know. Actually, we don't know how long it will take once we.
Clank executive decision. Or you want to vote?
Make a decision.
What are we doing, Clank?
Our leader is muted.
I have no problem burying either. I'm just
My bad. That's when y'all were.
We were just talking over you.
Yeah, geez. Thought you all were just mean. But let's go bury the bones in the marketplace and
Oh,
then
okay.
go back and check out the crack.
All right, so you
'Cause
head
we are right there.
up above, which is actually really close. Coming
Oh,
out
okay.
through the fountain tunnel. Do you have shovels?
Yes.
All right. So you break out the shovels and you start
Clank is so
digging. Clank had them in the inventory. He starts handing them out.
The utility bag.
I'll say
You guys
with
will see me performing proper funeral rites as well as was ordained by the church.
yeah, I'll say with the shovels, to do the ritual and bury everyone will be like I don't know, like an hour ish. Say an hour to do all the rituals and everything. So yeah, you would get them buried, which I'll say. How many of you have? I think Rial is the only religious one, right?
No, I'm not religious.
Or not
I
Rial.
am religious.
Sorry,
Ophelia.
Ophelia. So Ophelia,
Yeah.
I'll say that would give you an inspiration point, burying these guys.
Nice.
So you can add another one.
If we, well, yeah, I don't know. I'm
okay.
And
assuming-
now let's go down back to the lights.
Well, hang on. What were you saying, Riella?
Oh, I was just checking out the ceremony spell. I didn't remember if there was something related. Yeah, there's a funeral rite, but I'm assuming that Ophelia doesn't have it prepared and Ria doesn't, where we'd have to come back tomorrow with it. But yeah, if we're able
Ceremony?
to do funeral rites without any spells, then that's fine.
Okay.
I have spells for it as well, but just being of a religious background, yeah, I have that. It's specifically says in the knowledge of funeral rites and stuff.
Yeah,
Cool,
I'll just
cool.
say you did like a non-magical, like just funeral, like thing. So you're heading to the cracks again.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. So you head back underground.
Oh shit! I'm supposed to be taking notes tonight, aren't I? I just realized.
Heading over to the ruined area, and all right. Let me check something. Give me. I assume you're still trying to avoid random encounters.
Yes.
Yes.
Give me another set of. I think the only thing you can use here would be survival, unless there's some other underground skill that would help with this. Maybe. Yeah, I'll just say survival for now. Maybe investigation too. If someone wants to throw an investigation, I'll take up to 2 rolls. So maybe with investigation, you could be like examining for clues of passage of enemies. So with a 20.
Yeah, I'll say that those rolls are definitely not me. Survival or investigation. I don't know if anybody else wants it.
I think we already are happy.
Well, if you want to roll, if you can roll high, you might also discover things. All right, so 20 is the roll. No, so you just get back to the cracks, no problems. You would start to see signs of other things moving around through the areas you've been in already, so you're definitely not alone down here. There are wandering enemies. Looks, you would notice some of them are booted and some of them are like ghoul clawed.
Oh.
So there might be some other enemies down here besides the ghouls, or at least something else down here. But yeah, so you reach the cracks. What do you want to do?
Oh, should we break it open?
Indeed. But
Okay.
brace yourselves. This will definitely call attention to the wandering creatures in these halls.
If we did return tomorrow, I think myself and Ophelia, either of us or both of us, could prepare magics that would enter this chamber quietly. But if you wish to break in, I'm fine with continuing.
I'm good with either way. As I pull out my
Right, Clank, executive decision.
I think we're gonna break it.
All right, let's do
we're
it.
cracking this mother. All right. So
Break open that geode.
breaking it open. All right. So you pull out your. I assume you have pickaxes.
Yes.
All right. So Clank hands out the pickaxes, and you start a digging.
If some people would like to keep watch while others dig, that might help.
3 feet
Dan
of
Quayle?
stone is definitely not nothing. So it's going to take a little bit. And as you are digging, you start to hear some screeching in the hallways around you. Something knows you're here.
I would
Well,
position myself so that I am not with my back to an open hallway that something might come from.
Okay, so you're kind of getting ready, I assume, as you continue digging.
Emboldening bond is coming out.
All right,
Already?
there you go. Precasting
Yeah.
everything again.
Precast
So
it. You got it.
the whatever it is could be looking for you. You don't see anything yet. Let's see. Give me, I'll say, strength checks. You're trying to break into this quickly.
Okay. Everyone?
Whoever's digging.
How far?
I'm just gonna say,
watching.
Riala did
I'm
not.
wow.
I'm not digging. Yeah.
I did not grab a pick. I'm watching. I'm
Radu has
supervising.
some back pain. He's like, ah.
Yeah, I'm definitely watching. Like I'm
Is
not.
Radu the only one
Those-
digging? Okay, there we go.
Radu, you attuned to those gauntlets, right? Did you attune to it?
yeah, that's the 4.
That's the +4. He rolled a 2. He has some back pain. He slept on.
But you do have
slept
emboldening
weird last
bond,
night.
right?
Oh, it's true.
Oh.
She did cast
Hey.
emboldening bond.
Yeah,
But
you do have it.
So
You
D4.
get a 10.
There you
Uh,
go.
I want to be helping so bad, but like I would not be digging out of character. Like
You're such a noble.
7.
All right, so 14, 7. Anyone else digging, or is it just the two of them?
All right, like
I mean,
Rhea,
I'll try. I'll try.
if there's enough tools, I'll pick one up and make a swing. But I expect this to be terrible.
I assume Clank. Oh. All right, I assume Clank has enough tools for everyone, right? Like 6 picks.
Yeah, Rhea
Yeah.
tries once and then just kind of sets the pick down and leaves it to y'all.
All right. Well, this was a poor showing. Oh, look at
The funny thing
Ophelia.
dude, I am the strongest.
Cheater.
Do you have a? Because you rolled a save. You didn't roll a strength check. I'm assuming.
Is there a difference?
Yes.
All right, here I'll roll
Yes.
then. All right, I got it.
Her strength is negative.
Dude, I'm so strong.
All right.
Funny thing
So
is, Rhea got weaker when I respect her.
this is taking you
so
longer
bad.
than you would like. Luckily, whatever is screeching hasn't found you yet. It rolled very poorly as well. So the other unfortunate thing is 10 minutes would pass.
Oh,
And
that's so
your-
bitch. All
Your
right.
emboldening bond would go away again.
Hey, when will you learn?
Radu and Clank are like, really
Why does everything take so long?
and the rest
Dig
of us are
faster!
just like,
You're like yelling, dig faster
Premature.
as you're like trying to swing this pick.
Shut up.
It's premature castulation. All right, I'm sorry.
Alright, but at about 12 minutes, you would break through. And
Oh,
there is another chamber below. Do you want to like attach a rope and climb down? Or how are you
Sounds
going to get into it?
Yes.
We got
we're
those-
we got
Yes,
pitons
Tetons,
and rope.
right?
Okay. So.
Dan Quayle's gonna fly down.
And Quail flies down. So you are in a new area, which I will show you momentarily. And actually, we're probably going to end soon. I'll end with you guys entering this area. There is a rope extending back upward. Go ahead and pull out torches if you have them. It'll just make it easier than me putting the wars on everyone.
Are the tokens already out?
I'm bringing them out.
Oh, okay.
Ophelia and Clink. All right.
I can see my hit points, but I can't see anything else.
Yeah, you
so
might have to refresh. But the hallway, so basically to the left, there's the cave-in behind you, which I was telling you about. And the hallway extends to the right. You still hear a bunch of screeching up above, though you don't see anything yet.
I really don't want them to fall on us. Let's move.
Alright. So where are you moving to? I'll say the hole in the roof is like right here.
Does it look like this chamber extends in multiple directions or just to the right?
Just the right. The left is a
Well,
cave-in.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that we go to the right then.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are
Oh, like
heading down the right hall
is this
here.
some sort of column or pedestal?
Yeah, so that's the
Are you
support
sure we don't
structure.
want to dig to the west, guys? We can do.
Crescent bolted bond first.
We're real strong.
Yeah.
What is
So
this?
you're entering into, it looks like some kind of marking, like almost like a decoration on the ground. Does anyone speak Dwarven?
We do have dwarven speakers.
Yeah, I do.
I
So
always forget what I speak.
it
honestly.
would say Kavik
Not
Station.
Fix.
Oh,
Havoc Station.
Havoc?
Oh my god, I always wanted.
Like havoc?
This is where it goes
Cavix.
to.
Say
I
it
know
again.
where this goes.
Sorry, Lou, I couldn't hear you.
I have no idea. Don't spoil it.
CAV. Here, I'll put it in chat.
New quest.
Okay,
Ride
cool.
on the train.
Fix the train.
I'm kind of excited. I've only had one of the groups encounter a station before. What's this one, but?
Yeah, so I think has this group encountered a subway?
eat fresh.
Fresh.
This is all new.
There's a guy with a sandwich there. He's like, "Here you guys go."
There was that one stall in the charm market that made those great sub sandwiches.
Yeah. So maybe you haven't, but
We've got
yeah,
the hollow
this,
point, but not a station.
yeah, so it looks like in the distance you would see several large stone statues. And actually, there's some light in here, so let me light the place up a little.
And traffic, survival-y observations.
There's some kind of weird thing kind of down the hall a bit. It looks like some kind of machine.
Oh my lord.
Are there? Does this
You
path
seen
look
this?
like there's been any traffic using it anytime recently?
No, you don't think
I've
anyone's
never
been
been
down
more
here
interested in my
in
life.
the... You or Ophelia. Ophelia would be like, "What is this devil?" She like
I would
goes
say
and
to
I
Radu,
want to know it
hits
so
the
bad.
train with her mace.
Radu, use hair. Similar golems, similar statues to these have animated before when we have approached. protected
Okay.
areas.
I was actually just looking to the south, but wasn't planning to go forward.
So yeah, you would see the dwarven statues, 4 large statues that might look a little suspicious. And yeah, like I said, a large, what looks like a machine, kind of on the other side of the room. But we should do MVP and stop here because we're a little bit over.
Oh,
Oh my god, I want to do this so bad.
Well, we're here.
What
This
other
is
train
like a
did you
brand new
encounter,
fucking
Felix?
mystery.
Was this in
Char
the other game?
in the Siege Breakers?
Oh, right. You found the
Yeah,
other station. That's right. So this group didn't find any other stations yet.
yeah. The tabula
Yep.
rasa. The tabula rasa found one as well, but it wasn't here under Isik. But we never investigated. We like left and never went back. Well, maybe they did later, but I don't know.
So looks like there is.
Oh wait, I need to vote. Sorry.
4-way tie. 5-way tie.
Wait, did you vote twice, Kudo?
I
No, you
wait.
did.
It's so hard to decide, guys.
No, we all.
He's going
I
to vote
thought
for the staff.
Sessions was great.
She voted.
Yeah, the staff.
All of us.
All hail the staff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did validate my vote. Yeah.
so
She's enamored with the staff.
actually, there's a tie between Clank and Ophelia.
Oh,
My wish came true. You got to arm wrestle for it.
Clank and Ophelia D20 arm wrestle.
Here we go.
Take that.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
Clank would be victorious and gain
Oh.
a inspiration.
destroyed again.
Nice.
That's what you get
Man,
for being
it's
so
train.
weak.
I didn't get to see the
I
whole
know.
train before. I never even got to see the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like that.
We didn't
Yeah.
even turn it on.
Yeah, man. We had everything, even the manual.
Yep.
Wait,
Thought that for-
what?
yeah.
There's a manual?
No,
No.
I'm just kidding.
No. No.
Well, good game,
You
everyone.
motherfuckers.
Yeah. Fun session. Thank you for the session.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad we're
Uh,
taking different routes through Isik. It's very
Mhm.
interesting.
Yeah. That I feel like the last time I went through Isik, it was kind of rushed stuff because of previous decisions we had made or stuck on certain paths. But
Oh,
yeah.
we could have taken it. We could have done anything we wanted.
Yeah.
Honestly, you're never really stuck on a path
On a path,
necessarily.
yeah.
So,
I mean,
Yeah.
but
if we
We
step
did
into
very-
char, if we step into char in this group, we're going to be arrested. So there are
That's
some
true.
decisions that stick.
Yeah,
It's
you
all
guys
right.
are
We
kind of
got
wanted for
between-
criminal activities in Char.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Between Elric and I being on
I
the
stand corrected.
noble voting board, we're fine. All right.
Yeah, this is the only group I've been with that weren't heroes of char. Char hates us.
Oh my god, I feel so bad about it. But I will say that whole fucking law, whatever court episode we had was pretty fucking hilarious too.
Yeah.
Well,
what
this-
was it like? Like Ace Attorney or something? Were you guys rolling
Well, we
for
had a-
like?
It was like Ace Attorney, yeah.
We had a
That's
member.
awesome.
objection.
We had a member that had he was
I'm
killed.
gonna head out.
The PC
Fun
died.
session. I'll
Good
see
night,
you all
Matt.
next week.
The
Later,
PC died, and then through some shenaniganery came back, but he was possessed. And when he came back, the priests that healed him were standing over him, and he might have murdered one of them. And
Oops.
Was it Elduin?
It was Elden.
it was yes, it was Elden.
Yeah, it was.
And so they left Char for a while, and I actually joined them after this. Like Rhea didn't know that Eldwin was undead or was previously dead. I don't know, whatever you're gonna call it, when we first joined the group. And
wanted for murder.
and when we returned to Char, yeah, he was arrested and he was put on trial. And we basically like bribed Blackwater into like siding with us, but then we totally betrayed Blackwater.
Yeah, it was a little
We-
bit
We
weird.
betrayed everyone. We were like trying to like juggle everyone, but we really just betrayed everyone. And I'm really surprised that Cithril even like came back and like because she was about ready to drop us, and like
You guys were all over the place.
yeah.
Players overcomplicating things? No.
Well, honestly,
Nope.
some of the we had a few sessions, especially when we got back to Char. We had a few sessions where literally everyone in the group was on a completely different path, and they were just going to different people in different parts of the town and just talking, and sometimes completely like undoing what the other players were trying to do, and
Yeah,
like it was bad for a
That's
bit.
frustrating. That's several sessions of achieving nothing.
And I think some of it was from like a background or a character, like I think some of it was from a good place, but like, honestly some of it was just like, oh
Well,
yeah, I want to
think the group
explore
couldn't
this.
decide on who they were going to side with, and no one was really making executive decisions, so everyone was kind of doing whatever.
I also
Be a
when
strong leader.
Rhea joined the group, so you guys weren't in Char at the time that I joined. You were out up in the Hobgoblin camps and the Alcavian labs and stuff. And the things that you guys told me about Char made me think differently than was true. Like when we actually got back to Char, I thought that you guys did like based on what you said, I thought we were in with certain people and out with other people or whatever.
and I've came to find out later that we actually like Lou said, had like basically made promises to all of the groups, but it was like individual members of the party that had made the promises, not the party as a whole. And so we basically like broke all of our promises. And like Ria's just standing by going, WTF, like what? She doesn't know any of the agreements that have been made, any of the expectations. Like she's just watching it all burn.
Well, the good thing
I
about
mean,
siding
I
with
will
Sith
say,
role is it tends to get the least people killed if you actually do side with Sith role.
True. And I didn't want to ruin things for the group or anything, but like that was one thing I was thinking, like as a player, you know, when I joined this group and we got back to Char for the first time, is like, well, Sithral's not a good guy, but also if you're her
None of them are
friend,
good.
then she doesn't kill
Yeah,
everyone
none of
you
the
love.
factions are really good. That's kind of the point. They're all kind of shades
Yeah.
of gray.
That's like it's nice that it's not black and white because it makes it a little bit more
Yeah.
difficult to make that decision. But anyways, Lou, I just want to do some really quick bookkeeping if nobody else has anything that they want to
I don't.
cover.
Nope.
Okay.
I'll leave.
I have
Night.
Good night.
Good night. Blood essence. What CR is it? I found some generic blood essence.
They should have recorded what it was. If not,
Blood essence?
It's probably the lowest then, right?
yeah, blood essence is basically like humanoid essence. It's taboo to have. It's usually used for demon summoning and other like dark rituals. But
So
you
it'd be
get
like
it from
CR1
killing
or
humanoids. Why don't you assume it's like I'm gonna guess it was from some of the lower level like people you were fighting.
0.5?
Um,
Half CR?
no, we'll say it's CR2. I'll say 2. Because that would have been
Okay. And
that's probably Elric who was collecting that. I would
Yep.
guess.
and then I have demonic. I also have demonic.
That's a lot.
so
850?
The
I bet
demonic
that's mixed.
essence isn't supposed to have a CR because that's the mixed essences. So that's
So
basically
it can
like
be
CR1.
refined. It can be refined into what, religious?
Yeah,
But it's
basically
not-
the only
it's not
the only
really-
use for it is religious components
Yeah.
because
The
it's a
lowest
bunch of
CR
mixed.
we have is
Go ahead.
the lowest CR we have is half. I don't know if you want to make it that.
Yeah, sure. You can make it CR1 half. It's basically if you mix essences, the essence takes on the CR of the lowest creature in there.
Yeah, you want
Which
to
is why you
record
don't
that it's
usually
like
wanna mix
mixed.
them.
You want to record that it's mixed demonic essence because the only thing we can do with it is refine it. We can't reuse it in its raw state like we can some of the other essences.
You might be able to make a common magical item with it, but yeah, it's definitely more useful.
Oh, you
to-
can? Okay. Sorry,
I'd have to look and see what the requirement is for common.
I just call it demonic. Leave it as demonic because that's how it was before. We kind of understand it's kind of generic. So
yeah.
All right. And then what else? I had a couple more
There's
things.
a mystery essence.
Well, we need to identify that.
Oh.
There was a couple more.